Yo. Welcome to another episode of the CheckDown. Week 1. Kind of like week 1, week 2, because like college football obviously is in week 2. And NFL is opening week 1. But um some outstanding things going on. We appreciate y'all for tapping in. I'm here with Peoples, man. What's good, JMIK?
Man, we made it. All them mock drives, all that off-season stuff, man, we here. Week 1 is for some of us, like week 1 is tomorrow. So yeah. Let's get it popping.
Yeah, man. Certified. What's good with you?
Hey, you know what it is, dog. Oh, and I ain't even gonna stop, but yeah, I'm ready to get to it, dog. I'm
Oh, we
ready to get
definitely gonna
to
get
it.
into that game though. But first, the first lady, Miss Pop, how you doing?
I'm chilling. Glad to be back with the people.
Yeah. But yeah, sir, you come on now. We can't do a whole show and not talk about the upset of the week. Come on now. Florida State upset Alabama in the week 1 matchup. Um an embarrassing fashion too. It was nasty. It was like ugly too. It would need. Them boys couldn't even, boy. AJ Mick, man. I'm starting to think, man. Them boys couldn't even play with me, man. I ain't gonna even play with you. You know what I mean, but Thomas Castellanos, shut me the hell up. I said I had to see what he could do at 5'8". Shit, he went out there and did what he had to do. So how sir? Go ahead first, man. How you feel about that game, man?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I had a busy week last week or whatever, but I tapped into the game like right at the start of the third quarter, so I had to watch a few plays to see what was going on because I was looking at the scoreboard and I was like, man, 17-7 is like what's going on? And then we scored again, and I was like, oh man, and then I was like, yo, I couldn't believe my eyes because I was like, I've never seen Alabama's trenches get dominated like that before, on offense or defense. But nah, man, I take my hat off to them young men. They rose to the occasion. They stood on business. They said they was gonna do X, Y, and Z, and they came out there and they did that. You know what I'm saying? And Alabama, like the prestigious program that they are, they tried to mount a comeback, but we stood firm and got that dub. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. Hey man, I told them the tide was low, but it is what it is. They'll be back in another 30 years.
Oh man, that man said I told him the time was low. Oh man. Hey, so I know everybody watched the game, so what you feel, Jay man? How you watch that game and what you see?
See, I didn't actually watch the game live, so I obviously I knew what the result was. So what I had to do was I had to wait for the game. I think the game came back on like Sunday or Monday or whatever. And then so I watched the replay. I think it was the SEC, ESPN, SEC Network or whatever. So I watched it. I didn't watch the first quarter. I watched second, third, and fourth quarter, man. And it's just like, I was just a year or two too early last year because I thought they was going to struggle last year. And they didn't really struggle as much as I thought. They struggled, but I kind of figured this was coming because they hired an offensive coach, man. And he likes to throw the football. He's not like the other SEC coaches where like they're trying to grind it out. They're trying to run the ball a lot. He's not like that. So, in terms of recruiting, like he's gonna get those 5-star, like, boundary level players, like those wide receivers, the skill positions and all that, the corners and all that. But trenches was looking a little weak. I can't lie. Like what I seen, the trenches was looking real weak. And if that's how they're gonna play, they got to come see us in 2 weeks. And that game is not in Tuscaloosa this year. That shit is in Athens. They got to come see us. And my game, like we ain't really playing nobody, but I like what I saw out the trenches. So if that's how they're gonna come to every game, they're gonna have some issues.
Well, it could be. You don't think it could have been just I don't know. They should have turned the dominance on. I can't even say that. I was going to say, do you don't think it's just like underestimating us as Florida State
Initially, you could say that initially, But as the game goes on, I mean, if you underestimated somebody, at some point you got to click the switch. And they just never did it. And I just think like with it, and the other thing is like what you do is you bring up a good point, right? It's like when you play teams that you think that you're better than, you cannot let them stay in the game or get up on you, because as the game goes along, they get more confidence. As they get more confidence, they be like, oh well, I mean, like, we can play with these dudes. We were not scared of playing these. I mean, I'm not saying any team is scared of playing any other team. Like it's football. That's not how it works. But as the game goes on, like you give them more confidence and more confidence, and at some point, Florida State was like, I mean, in their mind, they're like, we're better than these dudes, and we're going to dominate you. And that's kind of what they did.
What was your evaluation of that game?
I had woke up from a nap and turned the game on, and I think it was like 7-17 at that point. And I was like, how did we get here? And I proceeded to watch the rest of the game. And I think the one thing that stood out to me in that, it was two things actually. The lack of physicality from Alabama as a whole, specifically from the offensive line and the D line. I think those are the calling cards Alabama has always had. Is the trenches have always been very physical. Um, and the second thing that stood out to me is offense, specifically like the quarterback. He seemed to panic at times. He was off on his throws. Also, the wide receiver core to me didn't do a great job in creating separation. Um, a lot of times the route concepts, I don't understand with some of the route concepts. I was just a little confused with. Um, yeah, but Florida State came in there like they defended their home turf, smacked them in the mouth. Was more physical. And Castellanos, I think, played a really good game. He backed up what he talked and can't do nothing but give him props. Um, I agree with the point JMIK said is I felt like there would be regression in the team because, like I said, it's a new coach, new regime over there. And now you're competing with other people with NIL and stuff like that, and you don't have the guy that's the coach there anymore. So
You starting to lose a lot of saving recruits at this point.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I think you still have some, but they had a lot of transfers.
But that's what I was saying. Like you still got a few, but you starting to lose a lot of them at this point. Like they start.
Yeah, so we gonna see how the board builds this and his image, but they got a few games on this schedule where if y'all lose this, y'all out the playoff race. I
Yeah.
don't think with one loss right now they out, but like JMIK saying the Georgia game, they
God,
it's
they
like
got
you got
quite a few
tight
games on
game.
there.
I think depending on how Oklahoma pans out when they play, I think they play Oklahoma
I think
also. Or is that
that'd be a
Texas
tough
I'm
game.
thinking?
No, I
If
I
they
don't
think
play
think
no,
O-
I think
Oklahoma, that
no, no,
might be
I
a
think
tough one.
I'm thinking of Texas. Texas play
Uh,
Oklahoma.
yeah, I don't.
Um
Yeah, actually, I think
yeah.
Georgia. I mean, Bama does play OU because they played OU last year. I think.
Mm. Yeah, they got like 3 games, like 2 to 3 games left on this schedule. I'm like, y'all gotta at least win 2 of the 3. Because I think they can win the rest. But if you win 2 of the 3, you a 2-loss team going into the end of the year. I think you can still be in the playoff.
Yeah, they got a tough stretch. Like they got in the middle of October. They play Tennessee in Tuscaloosa. Then they got to go to South Carolina. They play LSU in Tuscaloosa. They play Oklahoma in Tuscaloosa, and then they got the Iron Bowl the last game of the season. I mean, what you
So they
talking
do
about?
play. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they still got to play 5 ranked teams, and that's if Auburn. Now I'm not even counting Auburn. Like Auburn, if they were ever to be ranked, then that would mean 6 ranked teams. And just to let the people know, like I woke up this morning, I turned on ESPN for like College Game Day or whatever, and like the Heather, I just can't pronounce her last name. Like she like does the whole college football playoff thing for ESPN. She says that her data that she uses is going to have Alabama losing 4 games. like right now. So
Mm,
so I don't know. Like to me, I thought the Georgia game for them was a must win for us. It might be a must win for them because the games on their schedule, like LSU was good this year. That's not going to be an easy game. I mean, South Carolina not going to be an easy game. Tennessee, I never believe in Tennessee, so that's me. That's my personal opinion, but it's still you still got to play them. So I don't know. I mean, Bama. I mean, like like they're playing a no-name team this week, so you're not really going to learn nothing this week. I mean, and then they play Wisconsin the next week, and then Georgia. So after this week, I think you're going to learn a lot about the team.
You're right. They got a
I
tough
think
schedule.
for me, what I want to see come out of the game is just heart, because I didn't really see that team play with heart last week. So if we can see that, we can also see a better showing of the quarterback. 'Cause like I think that was his first start too. So
Well, I mean,
we'll
Todd
see.
Simpson.
Yeah.
See, it was his first start. I'm trying to remember, was he there last year? Because I'm not sure.
They said he'd been there.
Oh, he'd been there. Okay.
Yeah,
But,
this is senior year. They say he'd been there the whole time.
but I don't think he was all that bad. Like he had a couple passes that were inaccurate. I'll give them that. But I don't think he was all that terrible.
Nah,
To be
he
honest.
wasn't. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even blame the loss on him wholeheartedly, because there was a couple of throws he made where you as the wide receiver got to catch that.
Yeah.
Especially Ryan Williams. I ain't gonna cap. Ryan Williams let
I,
me down in that game.
I mean, Ron
I
Witt, like,
could be wrong with my assessment with him, but my current thought is he needs to develop his route tree more.
Yeah, and stop being scared of the contact. A lot of those was alligator arm catches because he going across the middle. I'm just like, bro, just take the hit. It ain't even a hit really coming.
yeah, I mean, like some dudes are just scared of the hit, man. It just kind of is
You
what
could
it
tell
is.
he bracing for the hit too, because like if you ever like go back and look at a couple of drops, he immediately look up field like, damn, yeah, and then we
Yeah,
know
But
what he was doing.
there was one play to him to get, I think, Alabama a first down where he could have had that.
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna give the kid a break, man, because like everybody was bigging up him and Jeremiah Smith out of Ohio State, and he ain't have that great a game against Texas either. Like he dropped like 3 passes himself.
Oh,
So
we ain't even get into that game. Yeah, I was going there next. But
okay, yeah. I'm just saying, like in relation to to Williams, it's just like I'm gonna give you a break. I mean, but I also heard tonight, like the game against was it like the University of Louisiana Monroe? He's not playing
Yeah,
because of the
he's in
concussion.
concussion protocol still.
So he's not gonna play today. But like Wisconsin I mean, I ain't saying Wisconsin got the best defense in the country or nothing, but like they're gonna hit you.
yeah,
And so he gonna have another chance to prove himself, trying to hold on to the ball and try to take these hits. So
yeah, bro. I mean, I understand not wanting to get hit. I understand it, but sometimes you just got to take that contact. It ain't always what you think it may seem. Shit.
I mean, he playing a contact sport. I mean,
Yeah.
if you want to play in the NFL, I'm not sure what to tell you.
Unless you just gonna be Mr. Bomb, and I mean, every team ain't gonna just want to run you on that because ain't that what the reason Hyatt ain't getting snaps right now in the Giants because he can't go across the middle.
Oh, I thought it was his route tree.
That's what I'm saying. But they saying like his route tree is 9 and nothing else.
Oh, damn. I mean, the crazy thing about Hyatt was like I liked him coming out of Tennessee and coming into the draft. Like I thought he had the skill set to be a good NFL wide receiver. But it just, I mean, so far, I mean, it just hasn't worked out so far. I mean, he still
But
got
every time I'm in the
time.
Giant spaces, they're like, yeah, he can't do nothing but fly routes. That's it. He ain't got nothing else in the tree. I'm like, damn, really?
I mean, yeah, but then as the team, I mean, like say that's all he can do, then you just gotta find ways to utilize him then.
Yeah.
So
When you got a guy like Malik Neighbors coming in who do the whole kit and caboodle.
I mean, Malik's I mean, like, the thing about Malik was, man, he was a top talent coming into the draft. Like, and I mean, people are already putting that boy in the top 5, top 10 in terms of wide receivers already. So
I definitely got him on my fantasy team.
Yeah, I think I got him in one league. Yeah.
But JMIK, that team I showed you on the timeline,
Yep.
he owned that team. I'm like, how the hell they saying I'm gonna lose with Malik Neighbors on that team, bro?
And I mean, like Russ to me, kind of like A-Rod. Like whoever his number one guy is, he gonna try to get that guy the ball.
Force feed him the ball.
Yeah. So
I mean, that team I got is crazy. But I made Spo mad because in like the 10th round I took Travis Hunter.
Yeah, like if you ever draft with Spo, anytime you take a Jaguar player, boy, she'd be pissed. And I'd be thinking to myself, it's just like you can't draft all your players. That's not a good thing to do for fantasy football.
Got down to most of them. She be snatching them bitches, boy.
Yeah. And I'm just like, if your team ever have a bad week, man, I mean, you're not only you're not only screwed in real life, you're screwed in fantasy too.
Yeah. But hey, man, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. That Texas Ohio State game was very disappointing on both sides of the ball. So we're gonna get into that game, but that game was very disappointing from the Arch Manning perspective and from the perspective of Ohio State. And they got that was horrible. And it wasn't even good defense either. It wasn't even good defense. It was just what Mick said. A few drops here, people dropping here, bad throws here. Like it could have been a way better, more exciting game. But it seemed like both of those teams came out rusty.
It came out conservative too.
I kind of disagree with the defensive side just because I do think Ohio State did a great job in discovering their coverages, which kind of messed it up for Arch when it
But he
came
had a
to
lot of off-target
adjusting.
throws to me, Pop. You don't think he had a lot of off-target throws?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I think Ohio State defense played really well to keep a team scoreless into the fourth quarter. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think the coach. I think it's a lot of different factors. I think to me, I don't think the defense. I thought the defenses were good. I mean, they weren't great, but I thought they were good. I think
that's what I was saying. Maybe I could have said it better. It wasn't great defense.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was good defense, and I just think both quarterbacks. I wasn't impressed by either quarterback. I thought the quarterback play was pretty poor, but the thing is, both guys. This is their first start as the starter for their teams. I mean, Arch played last year, but he wasn't like entrenched as being a starter going through training camp and all that or whatever. So to me, quarterback play was not good. Wide receiver play was. I mean, I've been hearing all year that Texas's wide receivers are going to separate from people and they're going to be wide open, and that wasn't the case. And then Smith, the wide receiver for Ohio State, who a lot of people have as the best wide receiver in the country, he was dropping passes in the first. I think he dropped like 3-4 passes in the first half. And then I thought the coaching was bad too, man. I never seen two coaches start off a game that didn't know they couldn't punt the football. That shit to me was outrageous. Like it's 4th and 4. I think it was in Texas. 4th and 4, 4th and 3 at the 50. You know that your defense has been playing well. Punt the football. Like that's part of the game. You don't got to be ultra. This is the first game of the season. Like you ain't got to be ultra aggressive. Like sometimes it's okay to punt the football. Like you don't got to use like like data analytics all the time. And just because they say go for it on 4th down, like you both got young quarterbacks. Punt the football.
Yeah, and I think Sark going away from the run with the two running backs that Texas had, they were getting some good yardage. They wasn't getting like massive plays, but they was running the ball effectively with both guys and kind of moving away from that at times in the game, I think was a disservice to Arch.
And I also think like when the Texas coach when Sarkisian had times to kick the field goal, he kept going for it and kept not getting it. It's like you're on the road, like like it's an old saying, like when you're on the road, you take the points because it's like you got to see that their quarterback is struggling too. So as long as you keep adding up them field goals, like you're going to put pressure on other team to feel like they got to score. But if you keep going for it and you don't make it, and now the game is still 0-0, 7-0, like the other team, I mean, the Buckeyes, they never felt the pressure because they was either always tied or always up. So I just think Sark did a bad coaching job. And I mean, Arch, he just didn't have a good game. And I just think the hype is too much. Like I think I knew I seen him play last year. So I knew the hype was going to be way too much for him. And I knew he wasn't going to live up to it. So I mean, Texas has 3 like easy games. I think they got like UTEP and Sam Houston State and somebody else that's really nobody until they start the SEC play. So I mean, he's got some time to build some confidence. And then once he gets into the SEC play, I mean, he's got to go to Athens, and I think there's another hard game on his schedule. I forgot who
I
else.
think they play Oklahoma too.
Yeah, I think that's the Red River rivalry. They got that game,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to say, and they also have Texas A&M. I don't view Texas A&M that highly, but you know, I mean, that's a game that they're gonna have to play. I mean, like every single year. So
Yeah, that game was underwhelming though. Hopefully Arch get a bounce back game. That I don't know. They probably play some Rudy Poos this week, don't they?
yeah, I think they play
Yeah,
like
this week 2 slate for college is not that great.
there's
Just
like one
if
game. Yeah,
Yeah, I think there's only like one
I think
ranked
Iowa
matchup.
State played it though. That might be all right.
yeah, that might be all right. But I think the
Yeah,
marquee game is the Michigan OU game. That's the marquee game of the
mm-hmm,
week. Because I don't think I think that's the only game where you got two ranked teams playing each other. Everybody else kind of got like that, you know, like either got the FCS thing going or they have like conference play.
That
So
game's gonna be probably yeah. What you say?
yeah, because Texas plays San Jose State today. Yeah, they're gonna smack them boys.
Oh yeah, Michigan, Oklahoma. That's the only game. That's LSU.
Yeah, and I think the Iowa State. I mean, Iowa's not ranked, but normally that game is pretty good every year.
that's always competitive matchup.
Ole
Yeah,
Miss, Kentucky. Yeah.
I'm
Mm.
not. I mean, I'm not high on Kentucky this year, man.
Yeah,
Look, you
me
heard me.
either, man.
I mean,
Baylor, SMU.
it might be. I don't. I mean, like watching Baylor last week, I wasn't too impressed with Baylor though.
This
I think they played Auburn last week, so
yeah, week 2. Who?
I mean, next week you get a little better though. So
Let's see.
and then I think week 4 is when you get some real like marquee
Yeah,
matchups.
Arkansas, Ole Miss, Clemson, Georgia Tech, Wisconsin, Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, Oregon State, Texas Tech, Miami, South Florida, Florida,
And you got
LSU,
yeah, we got Bama,
Louisiana,
Wisconsin.
Notre Dame.
Yeah, I mean,
Better than week 2.
yeah, I mean, like the slate definitely better than week 2. Like,
yeah, week 2 is oh man, that's not even cool. They played with us on that one, but it's all good. It's all good.
oh, and Florida, LSU play next week. That about to be a game right there, though.
Definitely gonna be a good game. We'll see
Yeah.
what DJ Lightway got, what Nussmeyer got again. You know,
Yeah, man,
Nussmeyer
definitely got to
usually
tune into that
anyway.
game.
No, y'all can watch something else.
Nah, because I think Georgia and Tennessee play at 3:30, so I'm free myself up for that game. So, but yeah, man. I mean, the college slate a little weak this week, man. I mean, I'll just say like the OU Michigan game. Like, actually, I think it's gonna be a close game. I think it's gonna be low scoring. I mean, if I had to pick a winner, I'd probably pick OU. I think OU's quarterback, I think his name is Mateer. He really had a good game last week, and like last year, they didn't have they had the kid that transferred to Auburn who just can't throw. So it looks like they got a guy that can actually
Jackson
throw.
Arnold, I think.
Yeah, I think his name is Jackson Arnold. I mean, I don't consider him to be a quarterback. To me, he's just a running back. Because I mean, like his throws be so off. It's just like, but yeah. I mean, like like they have Mateer now. I mean, he had a good week last week. I want to see how he plays this week. To I mean, see if he can build off that first game. But you can say the same thing for Michigan though. Like their quarterback Bryce had a really good week last week. But I mean, now you get to face a real defense. I don't want to say real defense, but like a better defense. And you're going to see what these two young quarterbacks can do.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see that one because I didn't get to watch Bryce play last week. So I'm really looking forward to that game today.
What happened to Cade Klubnik last week?
Cade looked like he looked last year. To me, he ain't make no improvements. Look exactly the same. He's fine. He's fine when the pressure not on. But I mean, like when the game's on the line, he just don't. And that's why I don't like him as an NFL prospect, man. I be hearing people talk about him and they want to draft him. I'm just like, when you get in them high leverage moments, man, he just don't come through. Like, I mean, he kind of reminded me of Jackson Dart last year, man. Like, the cupcake games he played great. But I mean, like when he start facing the harder competition and you get down to like the fourth quarter and you need him to put the drive together, he just doesn't do it.
I was like, I didn't hear a lot about the game, and I'm just like, oh, let me go see what happened. And then I was like, oh, he really didn't have a good game.
I
I mean,
mean, the defense was giving him fits for most of the game. He did have moments in there. That turnover helped them though, for them to be able to get that touchdown. And but yeah, second half, it,
I
he
mean,
had a lot of off throws, and I think it was just mostly that pressure that was getting to him, speeding up his clock, his timing in regards to him being able to go through his reads and stuff like that.
I mean, for me, for Cade and like go for Cade and Drew a lot. Like I expected to see some improvement this year from both of them. I mean, Drew, Drew. I mean, like they played a nobody, so I can't speak on him. But like those are two of the main guys that everybody talking about coming into the league, going into the draft. And there's certain things I wanted to see out of them two guys, especially in the high leverage moments. Penn State ain't had the moments yet, but they're gonna have the moments because I think they got to play Ohio State and Oregon. So they're gonna have the moments. And I want to see how Drew Alar performs in the moments. But I mean, as of right now, Cade, like I said, he looked the same like he looked last year. Like I don't see the improvement yet. So, but it's one game. They're gonna have some other games that he's gonna have a chance to prove that.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell I was doing. I guess I must have lost like I don't know for how I missed the game, but I had to stat watch that shit. And I'm like, damn, the kid just like go out there and just fuck around.
I mean, that's what he was doing in the second half.
Well,
To
I'll
me.
say this: he was making plays. It's just the defense kind of stifled him. Like if you look at some of the plays, he had the right read, he had the guy, but the DB made a play or the linebacker made a play to make sure they didn't get that first down. Like I, it may not show up. I thought Cade he had some moments in the game where like he could have um turned the tide. It's just it didn't work.
Yeah, just looking at the stats, I was just like, damn, Garrett Nussmeyer came out there and played damn near perfect. Wow. That was-
Nah, it was pretty rough. It was pretty rough for him too. I'm not gonna lie, it was rough for him. You could tell he's still working on the chemistry with his guys. I think the one guy he did have chemistry with off rip was double A. You could also see the struggles with the offensive line. So a lot of new faces on that line. So and I think Clemson has a really good front seven. So the offensive coordinator created adjustments though to take the pressure off the offensive line for having to pass block and run block for long periods of time. So they made adjustments in that, which created the success you started seeing with Nussmeyer. But he struggled in that game.
So
Yeah,
he
I
was
mean, I'm
getting
not gonna say
sacked. It
that.
was
I
more
mean, like,
sacks though. 'Cause
and I think Nuss, like, as the game went on, he played better. That's what I saw. Like, I think the
Yeah,
first half was a little spotty, and then like he started to come on in the second half, and that's kind of what you want to see. Like when you're going to, like like when you have one of them games where you got two teams that's in the top 10. I mean, I don't expect the quarterback to play perfect throughout the game. I mean, I don't think that's just not reasonable to ask for that. But I mean, what I do want to see is if you're struggling early, I kind of want to see you work through it and actually improve as the game goes along. And I think Nuss did that.
I agree. And he had like, especially in the second half of that game, he had a few throws. I was like, God dang, bro, you could spin that.
And I just think like that. That's what you want to see, man. Like that's just I mean, he's a veteran quarterback. I mean, like he's like a lot of people have him as a really high prospect. I mean, like I said, like it's kind of same with Arch, man. Like it's one game. I mean, like I'm not gonna kill you or praise you over one game. I mean, like you got to show me like more of a body of work than that. But I mean, like Nuts got off to the right start though.
For sure. Like with a lot of these guys, it's week by week for me. Like I don't think there's a clear cut favorite on who will be the top like quarterbacks. You have names of guys that have to come out, but we don't know where they're gonna eventually land. And it's just gonna be week by week, just like JMIK said, building up that resume.
I don't even pay attention to the end season shit. You got to go through combine, all that. Everything changed. You go meeting with teams. See,
Yeah, but
look,
I gotta
Jackson
see it.
Dart.
Nah,
We went
but
through
I
all those mock
always
drafts last year, and then Jackson Dart
Yeah, but I
jumped.
got to see you
But-
during the college.
No, I
yeah,
Like
that's
gotta
why.
see it, but I can't even evaluate where you're gonna be drafted at no more. This shit's starting to get out of hand. People
yeah,
just
but the
like, hey, you
quarterback
know what? I like that guy a little better.
Yeah, but the quarterback thing always been like that though. It's like
Yeah.
I mean, like they'll not have a good season, and I mean, to get into the Senior Bowl and the Combine and T-shirts and shorts, and then like I mean, if you have the prototypical size and speed, then like you're gonna move up the boards. But what I'm saying is like if you trash me watching you during the season, like I mean, I'm gonna have to watch more film on you. Like I'm gonna have to watch a previous college football season you playing or something. Like I'm not gonna just want to draft you just because you throw I mean, you go to combine, you spin it nice. I don't really care about that.
Yeah, that's why I say,
You
like,
can't get
especially
drafted
when
off that
you
shit though,
go,
Mick. You know
Oh
it.
yeah,
you
true. Oh yeah, true.
that happens all the time, even outside of quarterbacks. That happen with skill positions and all that stuff. But to me, the combine shouldn't be used as the hero or be all. It should help supplement what you already seen. You know.
Oh, I definitely agree with that. But unfortunately, some of these teams just, I mean, they get mesmerized by the combine. That's just, I mean, it's an unfortunate thing.
Motherfucker be a 5th-round pick all year. Go out there in some shorts and a shirt, throw the ball. All of a sudden, this nigga getting picked in the 1st round. You like, what the hell?
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. Well, I didn't see that one coming.
I mean, unfortunately, that's just how it is sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
It is.
agree with it, but that's just kind of how it is.
I mean, hey man, somebody, sometimes it just happened like that, you know. Obviously, like Pop said, it can happen in any position, but
Yeah, but it's more prevalent. Like it's the most prevalent at quarterback for some weird reason. That's not weird, but I know the reason. But that's just the way it is.
yeah, because quarterback is considered the franchise.
Yeah.
I mean, so when you draft a quarterback, it's like, oh well, you drafted him in the 1st round, he should pan out.
Yeah, but you would think you'd be a little bit more careful just because you know it's the franchise. So I mean, you would make sure that you're not doing that. But I mean,
Nah,
like these
that
teams get like quarterback drunk. So yeah,
that Zach Wilson quarterback class.
I mean, happened with him. I
Like
was
just
I was about to say Sam Darnold, but Sam Darnold was actually he had a good college career. So I'm not gonna say him.
yeah, I blame that more on the Jets. I'm not gonna lie.
Maybe
Yeah, I
he
mean,
turned it around though.
don't
Maybe,
really have
maybe, hopefully last year wasn't a one-off.
Well, my thing is, Sam Darnold is never going to be the guy to elevate his players, right? He's going to be the guy that can manage your team if you have the players.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So, okay. So Thursday night we had the NFL opener: Eagles versus Cowboys. 24-20 Eagles. Sloppy, ugly game. I don't know, man. What y'all think about that game?
Mm, you could tell I think the thing that stood out for me with both teams immediately, the defenses. You can see what the struggles for each team is. Linebackers for the Cowboys trying to get that secondary, specifically cornerback, to correct with the Eagles. Um, that's something y'all both struggled with for most of that game. I think the Eagles defensively made better adjustments throughout the stretch of the game than the Cowboys. But to me, that was my biggest takeaway outside of like the quarterback play and all that stuff. It was the defensive struggles.
To me, it's funny, man. I think it was like a tale of two halves to me. And part of the second half tale was the thunderstorm and all that. But I think the first half was a very offensive half, and the second half was a very defensive half. I mean, offensively, I kind of knew the Cowboys and the Eagles were going to score points. I wasn't that surprised by that. The second half kind of surprised me because I didn't really have too much expectations for the Cowboys defense, and I think like I should say no expectations. I had low expectations, and so I kind of think like their defense is showing some promise. I mean, like they weren't, Jalen Hurts gouges them in the run game, but Saquon had 120-yard run. And then I think with the second-year dude, what was the dude's name out of Clemson? Shipley. He had a nice long, like I think he had like a 15 to 20-yard run too.
He
But
didn't get hurt. That probably would have cooked their ass. he was running that bit better than Saquon.
I mean, like, but the thing is, like, I mean, like, outside of them 2 long runs, if you're not looking at the quarterback running, they kind of contain the run game for the most part, especially between the tackles. I think a lot of success came outside the tackles. I mean, those sort of run plays. So I was encouraged by the Cowboys defense. That got to involve Pickens and Ferguson more in that offense. And I get it. CD's your guy, but like the excuse last year was, well, CD's all we had, but now you have more. So as a veteran quarterback, like you have got to try to incorporate those guys in the game. And then on the Eagles offensive side, like I just think they got to do what they did last year, man. They got to keep it on the ground. Like I mean, like with the offensive line that you have, just keep running it until someone can stop it. And people get caught up in the passing numbers and all this bullshit. Like as long as you're winning, it don't really matter. So that's
don't fix what's working, in my opinion. And I think the quick game for the Eagles was working. So why should they change it up? But I'll say this in regards to the point you said about Dak incorporating Ferguson and Pickens. I think he tried. Pickens just didn't make the catch, and neither did Ferguson. I will say though, there was a couple of plays to Ferguson where I felt like if Dak just threw the ball with a little bit more air or touch, those could either be chain moving plays or specifically that touchdown where I think it was just a little too low for Ferg to get. But if it was just a bit higher, that's a touchdown for Ferguson right there. So I think also Dak he was off with his throwing as the game went on to me. I think he had a solid game, but I think he could have performed just a little bit better at key moments.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I mean, it was week 1, so I mean, it's something they could work on. So
for sure, but I'll say this: I was surprised with the run game from the Cowboys. Like it's not a lot of gaudy numbers over there, but I thought Javonte Williams looked really good. Miles Sanders, the only reason why he played is because Blue got hurt. That's my opinion, bro.
man, that boy is ass.
Oh my God, so mid, bro. Has no vision and slow as fuck.
Yeah,
Like
the dude is ass.
But I think Javonte gonna work out for the long run this season for the Cowboys, and I'm ready to see like when Blue get back healthy because I think it was like an ankle or something.
Yeah, I think it's minor with him.
Yeah.
Listen, man, when that boy got walked down by Bond, I was like, bro, what we doing? Go get your CDL, bro. And then because it wasn't, bro. I could see if he caught up with him and then he dove and hit his ankle or something. Man, he was like right behind him. He could have took his helmet off and he could have ran past him. And I'm like, now I ain't saying that Bond is slow, but he ain't no speedster either. You know what I'm saying? And then he followed that shit up with a fumble. And I'm like, man, get this nigga up out of here, man.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I mean, I wasn't like I didn't understand why they just didn't keep Rico and because Rico and Miles got the same contract with 2 different teams. So I don't know. I just didn't get that.
I don't know. But listen. My takeaway from the game. AJ Brown is obviously still injured. I don't know why the fuck he was on the field, but it's a good distraction for teams to have to respect him. So kudos to him for being a decoy. Kevin Patullo, I don't know if I can fully evaluate because my offensive line was bullshit. Like, why the fuck is you getting blowed up through the middle? Like, why is Tyler Steen in the backfield 30% of the damn plays? Like why are you not, you know what I mean, picking up your assignment? Like, why is there confusion between, like the right tackle and the right guard. Like Lane Johnson is telling you what the fuck to do. Just do the shit. Pick the man up. They run a stunt with two big niggas. You missed the whole damn stunt. Like I accept the win, but bro, you gotta clean up the small shit. That shit should have been a different game, but kudos to, you know what I mean, Kevin Patullo for still being able to call a decent game. But in the second half, bro, my offensive line was cool. The first half, they played well. Then Landon Dickerson, pray to God he's okay, because Brett Toth is a turnstile in the run game. Like, we couldn't get shit going to the left side because Brett Toth was getting blowed the hell up. And then let's talk about Mr. Bullshit from New York, Adoree Jackson. Every time 8 motherfucking covering somebody, it was a damn completion. And if goddamn CD Lamb had any hands, he would have gave up 2 motherfucking touchdowns. That nigga is ass, bro. That nigga pissed me off the whole game because every time I looked up, I was like, oh my God. And they just went there. They were just like, fuck it. If he gonna be on the field, we're gonna attack his ass. And he gave up everything. Over 200 yards. And then this nigga had the nerve to sit in the goddamn post-game conference talking about, I give myself a C. Nigga, you get an F.
How you give yourself
Enough
a C?
effort.
How you give yourself a C when almost every time they threw the ball at you, that shit was being completed?
Nigga, Dak had a motherfucking 100% completion percentage on your ass, nigga. Outside of the drops, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. Listen. Jacorian Bennett played a better second half than Adoree Jackson. And I hope he have a good week in practice so he could just take that man's job. I'd rather see Jacorian Bennett out there. But, all right, I can't be all the way negative. What I did like was the fact that Vic Fangio did something he don't normally do. He let my boy Q travel. I like that shit. I haven't seen that shit in a while, so that shit kind of made me a little happy. I don't know why they chose George Pickens to be the one he traveled with, but I ain't gonna question it. You know what I mean? Whatever he did it for a reason. So I did like that shit though. That was cool. You know what I mean? So everything wasn't bad. We played a shitty game, but we open like this every damn year. Shit. So obviously we don't play preseason. Probably should, but we did our thing, man. We was able to pull a good one out. So I'm happy with that. Jalen Hurts, man. I know everybody want to see the stats, dog, but I'm starting not to give a fuck. That nigga said just win, so we gonna take the just win. But he did make some decisive plays, I think. You know what I mean? Not turning the ball over is always a positive. Taking what the defense give you. If they gonna play man, you know what I mean, cover 3 match, you gonna turn your back and give up the run lane shit. I mean, I don't know what else he's supposed to do. But I hope AJ Brown get better, man, so we can really see what my offense cooking with. Cause
I mean,
I watched that all 22. That nigga hurt, bro.
Who the old lineman with the back? Is that Lane?
Landon.
No,
That's Landon.
Yeah.
What's the status on him? Have y'all heard anything?
They haven't heard shit. Like he got hurt.
You're probably not gonna hear nothing until Monday because they don't really got to come out with injury report until Monday.
Tough it up and get probably back on the field. Whether you know what I mean. I wish he would just get healthy, but
yeah, because I know that was something he was dealing with for a little while.
Yeah, shit, it didn't pop up. Okay, so you know he got the knee, and then he had the surgery, and then he came back, and then when he came back, like the second day, he got the back, and then he like missed one day, then he came back the next day full participant, then the following day full participant, and he played 3 quarters well. Now I don't know what happened on that run play with Saquon, but he like, I think Saquon when he jump cut, I think Mulata tried to get a kind of like a crackback block, and he ran into Dickerson back. And after that, you could tell he was hurt, bro. He was laboring.
Y'all play Thursday. I think y'all have enough rest before
we got 10 days off.
Game. Yeah, y'all get enough rest. We'll see how that happens. But Yeah, I think it was an overall solid game. Aside of the weather delay, I think that kind of
Yeah,
I
man, that
think
was
we
fucking
a
was
weather
to
little
blow
delay
them
kind of
out,
killed the
Pop.
annoying.
vibe of the whole game, though.
Pop, I think we was for to
Yeah,
blow them out if that rain delay don't happen.
yeah. Without that weather delay, I think I I agree with what JMIK said earlier. I think it changed kind of the tempo of the game. But I think it was a solid opener.
And I know the people that had the people that bet that over in that game, boy, they was mad because at halftime they niggas probably counting their money. They're
Yeah,
probably like,
it
man,
was on pace.
ain't no way this game ain't going over.
Yeah, it was on pace for that, but it definitely didn't happen. But I listen, yesterday game, oof.
The joint was a doozy. That
Yeah,
that
Hey
that,
so
that was
man, that game was fire.
Friday. Friday game.
Man.
Chiefs, Chargers. Chiefs 21, Chargers 27.
whew, that
Y'all
was a
go ahead.
decent.
I'll go after y'all. Go ahead.
Hey, okay. There's no disrespect to you, Smith, as the defending champion opening the season. But I swear to God, that game should have been a season opener just because of how intense that game was from start to finish. It was it it was action packed to me. Um yeah, we gonna get into like each team, but just like the feel and vibe of that game, that was like a really great game to kind of help continue kick off week one for the NFL.
I
See, I'm
think
just glad
look,
they
to be
finished
honest,
good.
Pop, I think it being on Friday was like perfect because like you had this sloppy
Hmm.
first game and then you going into that second game like, ah man, I hope this shit ain't sloppy like the first one. And then they turned the motherfucking fireworks on.
Yeah,
I was like,
facts.
yes, thank God. Listen, I was so happy watching that game. I was like, oh, I'm glad this shit don't look like our game. I
I
was
mean, the one
happy as
thing I will,
hell, dog.
I mean, the one thing I will say about the game in totality is I'm glad that they figured out the field business because like last year
Hmm.
They
with all the
did well.
slipping, and I mean, you've seen a couple guys. I mean, that's gonna happen every game. A couple guys here and there gonna slip, whatever. But you didn't see a lot of that yesterday, so I'm kind of happy about that. The only down part I got about that game is like there was a lot of dudes getting hurt in that game. I mean, like the Worthy joint was a serious injury, but like a lot of dudes was getting nicked up throughout each quarter of the game, which I was
How
kind of
bad was
noticing.
that
I was like,
worthy
damn, that's
injury though?
crazy, huh?
We don't know.
We don't know yet. They said they wait until they
It's
get
a
back, right?
rumor. Yeah, it's a rumor dislocated shoulder,
Yeah, I
but we
heard that
don't
too.
we
Preferably
don't know for
dislocated than a
sure.
broken collarbone. Boy, that bitch look bad,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah. 'Cause I think if you dislocate your shoulder, your separated shoulder, like it's anywhere from 2 to 5 weeks, which I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that the Chief fans will take. Now, if he tore a labrum or some shit, like his season is over. He's done.
Broken
Yes.
collarbone, 12 weeks.
12 weeks. So, I mean,
Yeah, so I think the hope is that it's nothing that's gonna have him miss
Yeah,
significant time because you already without your
Rasheed.
best wide receiver
yeah.
due to suspension, and you could tell Worthy lost in that game. I'll say that you could tell. Um,
You can tell how the game plan was set up a little bit.
yeah, you could
It's
you could
supposed to
tell
be
that
worthy.
yeah, and you could tell the play calling was trying to adjust to Worthy not being there. Um, but yeah, I'll say this specifically for the Chiefs offensively, they need a running back. They need a running back. Pacheco ain't it, bro.
Yeah, yeah, but the
Like,
funny thing is, like, they drafted one though. That's the funny
uh,
thing.
he's a wide receiver convert that they drafted. So I don't know how that's working out because I think
I mean,
Hunt
he actually got in the
is.
game yesterday too, though, like in the second half.
Yeah, but they had to. They couldn't run the ball with Pacheco. And I don't know why they didn't incorporate Hunt more into the game because you saw the success they had when he did touch the ball.
But I think it
So,
got to do with Hunt's
What?
age too, though. Because
I
like,
mean, it's
how many touches you
also the
gonna give him every
offensive
game?
line.
I didn't love how the offensive line played either. I didn't. I mean,
Yeah.
I heard all summer, we got to have a great offensive line, and what I seen, I didn't see that.
there's feedback.
What?
Yes, I
Who,
think
me?
it's
I think Hurt in the
It's
car.
probably me. All right, hold on, hold on.
yeah. I didn't. I mean, I seen some individual offensive linemen play well, but as a whole, I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, as a group they did not play. They did not play together. And Juwan Taylor got them. Oof.
I mean, Jawan Taylor is Jawan Taylor, man. Like
Yeah,
that just is what it
man.
is.
Yeah, man. Cause
Oh,
he pushed them back a few times with his false starts where they were gaining momentum offensively, and he set them back,
he
had them
been doing it.
reset.
They just finally started saying, you know what? We tired of people complaining about. We gonna call this shit now, okay? You ain't fixed it yet, nigga. We gave you years to fix it.
I mean, he's not gonna fix. He's always gonna do that shit. Like it's not as long as you
That's
like.
just
It's in
his
his
part. That's
blood.
just him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
that's
not gonna
just
stop doing that.
him. Yeah, that's just him. They gonna eventually have to get. I don't think they can move off of him right now because I think his cap hit is pretty high. But they gonna. I think they. I talked to some Chiefs fans that say that they have other right tackles on the
Yeah,
team. So
yeah. They signed a tackle in free agency. What was it? Was it? I'm not sure if it was Dan Moore. It was some. It was some tackle that they. It was either tackle from the Niners, or the tackle from the Steelers. I forgot which one it was. But they have him in the background. So if it get worse, I mean, if Josh Simmons and I mean, Josh Simmons for a rookie in his first game, I think he played pretty well. I didn't really have any complaints about him. I mean, had some penalties, but he, like I said, he's a first year player, first start. So you kind of expect him to have a couple false starts here and there. Cool. But like Jawan, bro, like you're supposed to be the other veteran tackle, bro. Like you gotta not do the kind of stuff. It's not just the procedural penalties. He also got called for a couple holding calls as well.
yep.
And so I mean, like like as the veteran on that old line, like you just can't have that.
Yeah,
Yep.
for sure.
But I will say this, just continuing to talk about the Chiefs is I like how Pat decided I'm gonna just do this shit. When he decided, okay, this not working, let me get this done. And he made key plays to get them that touchdown. I like that. Also, that when they didn't have no timeouts and they got that kickoff, that is a testament to how great the coaching is on that team. For
That's
them to
also
have,
a testament to how dumb fucking I mean like the rookie running back for the Chargers or
uh,
Martin Hampton is.
yeah, I'm gonna give him Bill because first game rookie mistake. You can't do
You
that
see who
again
came
now.
up and gave him coaching right after that shit?
Lynch, yep,
Lynch, yeah.
Marshall was like, "Hey,
yep,
bro, you can't do that."
I mean, I get it's
yeah,
his first game, but I can't give you bail for that, man. Like I'm not just gonna blame him. I blame the running back coach or whatever. Like whenever they was about to go onto the field, the
You supposed to
coach
be
had
like, "Don't go out of bounds."
don't go out of like so I ain't gonna completely blame the kid. Like I put some blame on the coaching too, but like when you play upper echelon teams, like at that moment, I'm like, man, if the Chiefs win this game by 3, bro, like this should be crazy. But I mean, like luckily for the kid, like they pulled out the victory. So
Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure.
yeah. Um, on the Chargers side of the ball, listen, they got some receivers to help Lad out. That's all I'm gonna say. They got them 2 tight ends, Conklin, Will fucking Disley. Word to my nigga, bro. Listen, th- Lad didn't have to carry that team on his back yesterday, and that's what
Don't
I wanted
don't
to
don't
see.
forget Big Dog. Don't forget Big Dog. I know they're gonna be mad if you shout him out, but you gotta shout out Big Dog.
Yeah, like listen, Lad ain't got to carry that offense no more. And I like seeing that for him because watching that team last year, it was like Aladdin, whoever else. Like, but they got some guys that can kind of help take that pressure off. And you could see that Keenan connection with Herbert, it was a little shaky to start the game, but because he had a couple of drops and it was like miscommunication between them, but that connection got better. And then they fully locked in the second half of the game, and like Keenan didn't have a big game, but he had key plays to keep moving the ball or creating positive yardage gains with that. So um I just like seeing that um out of the pass catchers. And another thing is I like that offensive line. Joe Alt yesterday was a fucking stonewall.
yeah. I mean, like Joe Alt is just like the thing about Joe is like I mean, like when you look how big he is, like you watch him on like the man is like 6'8",
Mm-hmm.
340, 350, like. And I mean, I think, I mean, you never want to wish injury on like, the starting left tackle, but like Joe Alt did play left tackle at, I mean, Notre Dame. That's his natural position. So he gonna get a chance to play that natural position throughout the whole season. And I don't think on the left tackle they're gonna miss a beat. I think it's on the right side where they might have issues. Like I think the right tackle's name is Pipkins,
Yeah, Trey
um,
Pipkins.
and like Becton. Like I was getting mad at Becton because like they were pointing the game where he just wasn't in the game. He was either catch and win or whatever. I'm like, bro, like you're a veteran. Like I mean, you gotta have yourself conditioned to the fact where
No,
you.
Now
he
he
had the
got a
parasite
sickness.
before the game.
Yeah, he got sick off of food he ate out in
Yeah,
Brazil,
he had
so he was
a
getting
food parasite.
IV. Yeah, he was getting
Well, I'm still gonna blame him for that
IVs.
too, man.
I'm
And you should know better, man.
crying.
You were just in Brazil last year. Why would you go anywhere you didn't go last year? Damn it.
And you should know better, bro. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
man. Like,
and I'm gonna be honest, it was like an hour before the game. People didn't even know if he was gonna play.
yeah, I mean, he played luckily, but I'm like, yeah, man, I just can't give you no bail for that, man. Like, that didn't even pop into my head. But you was literally there last year, so whatever place you ate at last year, you should have ate at the same place. And I mean,
For
you got to
real.
know it's a foreign country, man. Like, you cannot consume water in these foreign countries because that should get you sick. So I just can't give you bail for that.
For sure. For
I
sure.
said that when he had posted he was sick. I was like, he went somewhere he didn't go last year because shit, he didn't get sick last year.
Yeah,
Mm. I'll say this is only one game, but Quentin Johnson figured out how to catch.
yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes
Yeah,
he had one where I was like, nigga, you could have made my money right there. You bull. But
Uh, hey,
I
putting
covered
U.S.
though, so I'm good.
currency
I'm good. I'm
on
good.
Quentin Johnson is a choice. But
Nah, I
not
definitely took him
like
for the listen. It was plus 350. Pop, I had to take the odd.
mm,
Anytime
yeah,
touchdown plus 350.
yeah. Nah, I would sprinkle a little something on that too.
I
I ain't gonna
had
lie.
to.
so that's what I had to.
Look, I
Yeah.
looked at it, I said, this nigga can't catch, but he might get an easy one or something. I like that OC because I felt like last year they were drawing up a lot of like open plays, bro. They were just like, you know what I mean? For
I mean, he just
however
couldn't
he
catch the
schemed,
ball.
but he
He
schemed
couldn't
really
catch
well.
him. He could.
I mean,
Yo,
literally, he should have had 3 touchdowns in that game because one of
Yeah.
he.
like the third one hit him right in the hands. He just dropped it.
Yep. He really could
But
have.
didn't they get a penalty on that play?
I don't think
I
so.
can't call back.
No. I think
I
he
don't.
looked for a penalty on that play, didn't he?
I think he
Like
was
he
looking
thought
for
the
one, but I
cornerback
don't think it
grabbed
was
him.
like. So if he would have caught it, it would have been a touchdown. I'm
Yeah, it would
almost
have been
certain
a
of that.
touchdown. But he turned around like looking at the ref.
Man, catch the ball, my nigga.
No, just catch
Don't
the
look at
ball.
the
Nigga.
Mm.
Your hands is questionable.
Oh,
I mean, to say it
that's
lightly,
funny.
yeah.
And guess what?
Mm.
Every time I call them questionable because every time they throw you the ball, I question whether you can catch that bitch or not.
Exactly.
Exactly,
Exactly.
bro. Like
Oh my god!
he do not know how to catch, but he caught enough yesterday to kind of help the Chargers
Pull
step
out the
at that
win, man. They
lead.
definitely pulled that out.
Heck yeah. And I think defensively for both teams, they had their moments. They had their good moments. You could see some problems with both.
Right.
Um, but I thought they made key plays when they needed to. Um, oh,
And I think you got to talk about Herbert, man. Like like I watched a lot of Herbert games. That was probably one of the better games I've seen him play.
recently,
Last year or two,
yeah,
yeah. I mean,
yeah.
you gotta give him credit, man. Like he came from the jump. He was on point from the jump. From play one on offense, he was in the zone.
Yeah.
I mean, like the only part I think he struggled at was like when the third quarter started. Like I thought when Casey kicked that field goal, like Pop was saying earlier, when they kicked that field goal and they went to half only up by 7, I was like, they got to come out and score something because the way the game felt, like it felt like a typical Chargers Chiefs game where like the Chargers were leading and then somehow they get a game up and the Chiefs come back in and win again. That's how I felt going into the third quarter. I'm like, you got to score. He didn't score. But I mean, he found a way to actually, get back on track in the third and fourth quarter, made plays, and man, he was the best player in the game, and I don't think it was close.
Yeah, I'm back. I know y'all been talking about this for a minute, but I got a lot to say.
Go ahead.
First of all, I like Herbert was very decisive when he from start to finish. Um, Now, granted, I've seen him do this here and there, but I can't remember a time. I don't watch a lot of Herbert games. Okay, I've watched a few, but from whistle to whistle, he was very decisive. I felt like he was by far the best player on the field. He used his legs when he needed to. He got down. He wasn't trying to take on no defenders. He dumped it off like it. To be honest with you, he didn't do nothing spectacular. Like it was a really top tier game manager performance. But when you look at his numbers, it doesn't say game manager, but that's basically what he did. I hope that he can keep this up, staying within the confines of the offense or whatever. I felt like the defense for the most part uh kept Pat on his heels. And yeah, I really don't have much bad to say, but now I did miss a chunk of the third quarter. I got busy, but on the KC side of the ball, man, it's some of the stuff that the KC fans are saying. I could see it, especially like when they've been criticizing Veach as far as like replenishing the talent around them. That offensive line, I like the fact that Simmons was able to recover from that energy from that injury. But with that said, um, I said it, man. Like you could look good in preseason, but when them bullets start flying, in like live action, that shit is different. And he was a little slow off the ball. Now, granted, they say it takes like a whole year for him to fully recover. I hope so, but it wasn't just him. Kingsley, um, they wasn't getting a lot of interior pressure. As far as like Pat was in danger of getting sacked or getting hit, but they was moving him off his spot regularly. They was flushing him out the pocket or whatever, and they had him under pursuit. And the wide receivers really didn't. The weapons around him haven't really been doing their thing, which leads me to another topic. Like we I don't want to hear where he is all time and then complain about his weapons because at some point in time he's still in his prime. Like he has to elevate somebody. Like I get it. I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack from the Chiefs fans because you can't say nothing about Patrick Mahomes. You can't point out his deficiencies because he has none. He's a perfect quarterback. Like he makes no mistakes. But when y'all put him in these conversations and then complain about he doesn't have this and that, maybe he doesn't belong in those conversations until he can start elevating people that y'all want to put him with. Is that fair to say?
I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I mean because I saw for years, just give Brady anybody, he could turn him into a household name. Okay, and I know when I bring up my guy, they always want to talk about Jerry Rice, but Montana won two rings and two MVPs before Jerry Rice was ever employed by the NFL. And it he didn't win a championship with Jerry Rice until his 11th season in the National Football League. Okay, so stop talking about my guy. Stop talking about Brady. Stop talking about what he needs. Let him be this guy that y'all claim that he is. I want to see him elevate somebody. You know, that's all.
Yeah, that's a tricky topic, man, because it's like when you're winning and you're on top of the world, you say whatever, and then when you lose a game and people start coming at your neck,
Mm-hmm.
and you start saying, "Well, I don't got this and I don't got that," and then the argument gonna
Mm-hmm.
be, "Well, Montana and Brady, they ain't had the best of the best. They made it work."
Yeah, exactly. When they win, it's because of him.
Yeah,
But when they lose, it's because he doesn't have enough help.
yeah. So it's just like, I mean, I'm not gonna kill Mahomes. Like I think he didn't have a bad game. He didn't have
No,
a
he
great game
didn't.
either. He didn't have a great game either. I mean, it was good, but I mean, the thing, like, people got to just talk. I know that I've heard Chief fans talk about it too. Like, Travis Kelsey, bro, like, he kind of need to retire. Like, after this year, like, because I didn't see a lot out of him last night.
He
Like,
Basuda, man. Let's
Uh,
be real right
I
now.
mean, but when they needed him, Andy schemed something up. He now number two, that safety. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. Nigga, you are 20 yards from the line of scrimmage. Why are you looking into the backfield? Why? What the fuck are you going to do? 20 yards away from the line of scrimmage. What are you going to do? Why are you looking in the backfield? You supposed to be playing your assignment.
I mean, I thank him for that because I had a Kelsey anytime touchdown with the DraftKings boost.
Me too.
So I appreciate his work. Just saying, but yeah, I mean, what you're saying, like Derwin's a really good. He's still playing at a high level. Like, and I mean, he was hitting motherfuckers last night, boy. That boy was laying some wood last night.
My God,
he was, but
kill somebody. Shit.
But I mean, but the other safety, like you say, number 2, I don't know his name.
That nigga Basuda.
I mean, I don't think as bad as he played, I don't think I need to know his name because he could the boy wasn't good.
That nigga is nameless.
Yeah, but I mean, like the Chargers defense as a whole, like I think as a whole, they played pretty well. They shut down the run for the most part. The only thing that really got them in trouble was when Pat would drop back, he didn't throw it, he just decided to run. But on Pat's side, Pat gotta be careful, man. It's week 1, like you can't be taking some of the hits he was taking. Like
contact. But that was I felt like it was rivalry.
But they needed him to do that though. They needed
I thought it was a rivalry moment. Like
if Pat hadn't put on his cape, they probably would have got smoked.
Yeah, I feel that. I'm not saying you can't run, but I'm saying them hits, like you can't take them hits week in and week out because them hits build like that shit builds up. Like it's like, like I guess the perfect example for me is like you have a car and you have tires. You drive on your tires, So at some point you got to change them tires until you got the blowout. And so it kind of worked the same way. It's like, yeah, if we just talking a singular week, cool, whatever. But the accumulation of hits over time.
If you're gonna play like that all year, I don't know how that one.
Yeah, like that's gonna have its effect at some point. So it's just, I mean, I'm not saying like it's a real like red flag, but it's kind of something to watch. And I mean, if I was a Chief fan, next week when they play the Eagles, I don't want him taking his hits against that defense at all.
We hitting something too.
I mean, Jalen Carter ain't play.
Yeah, I'm saying that shit gonna be. Woo.
I mean, he gonna be ready to hit something now. I'm telling you, him and
damn man. Bro, listen. Now, I don't know how that game go if Jalen Carter played.
I mean, Jalen Carter. I mean, y'all won anyways. I mean, he played.
So I'm just saying. I don't know how. I don't know.
I was gonna win, but I wish he would have played because man, I mean, like Dak is on one of my fantasy teams. I mean, the dude screwed me. Like he couldn't score a touchdown. I mean, I ain't gonna talk about that though. But yeah.
But it was a good. I mean, it was a good first 2 nights. But we open the season tomorrow with a good Sunday slate. And we start off with the Cardinals versus the Saints. Cardinals favored by 6.5, over under 43.5. Pop, you going first? Pop can sell their ass out.
I'm gonna take the money line for the Cardinals. I don't know what the Saints team gonna give me. I don't know. I will say this though. We tend to play well defensively against Kyler Murray. I saw that one time I had that redhead demon as my quarterback. He was a terrorist. Through I think 3 pick sixes in that game. But I think it's gonna be a good game. It could be competitive, but I just think personnel wise, I like the Cardinals just a little bit better to get the win.
Okay. JMIK?
These first game big spreads, I don't really love them, to be honest with you. Like I'm with Pop. Like I'm gonna take Arizona money line. I mean, if you work with sites that let you alt the spread, I might do like a -2.5. I wouldn't do anything more than that, or -3. I'd do that. But I mean, I think the Cardinals can win by 7 points, but they're also going cross country on the road. You got to remember playing in New Orleans, playing in that dome. Doesn't matter how good or bad the Saints are. It's hard to play there. So I'd go that route. Player props I like. I definitely go with Kyler for 25 plus yards. Like I think Saints are going to try to get a little pressure on them. I don't think the Cardinals' offensive line is the best, so I think he's going to run a little bit. So I take that. I will also take Marvin. I think Marvin Harrison has a bounce back season, so I'd take Marvin for 50 yards. I would take Chris Olave. I think Chris Olave is going to be the main target, so I would take him for 50 as well. And I would also take Trey McBride's receptions. I mean, I'm not sure what his receptions are at, but whatever they are, I would take them. And I'd go John Connors anytime touchdown and Alvin Kamara anytime touchdown.
Certified?
Yeah. As far as the game goes, man, I'm not sure. Like, when you look at the roster, of course you would probably go with the Cardinals, but they are young. Um, Superdome is an extremely hostile environment, and I understand
You got
that the
him at 6.
fans, huh?
Say what?
Receptions. Trey McBride. Yeah, 6.
Oh yeah, receptions. I mean,
Oh,
I don't care what it said at. I would take it.
yeah. I know the fans not playing, but it's hard to go into that Superdome. And they haven't started losing yet, so the fans will be there. So I need to see how they handle that pressure, being a young team, especially on the defense side of the ball. As far as the props go, man, I only like McBride. His targets. Um, I'm not even sure. I'm not sure about his actual stats as far as like receptions, yards, and touchdowns. I'm pretty sure he'll hit his targets. And then Alvin Kamara, if you can get like his total yards and anytime touchdown, I like that. But that's about it. As far as the game, I I don't know, man. I don't know. I personally would stay away from that.
They got him at 8.5 targets.
Man, no, target. I mean, he should. I mean, like Kyler loved that dude, so
Yeah,
I
that's what
don't
I
see
was
why.
gonna say.
8.5 targets, I'll take that. He'll get 9 or 10 in the game.
Yeah.
I'll take it. But yeah, no, that's kind of my assessment, sir. Is I'm a like betting wise, I'll stay away. It's just too many unknowns in this game going into this game. But if I had a confident play, it would be like Cards money line or anything Trey McBride. To be honest,
Yeah.
And I mean, the reason why I say Kamara, like, I feel like the Saints, his usage is going to be so high this year. Like, I mean, because you got to think, like, Kellen Moore was coming from the Eagles, and Saquon's usage was crazy high. So I believe that's what it's going to be again.
I agree, but I also think with Kendra Miller, the running back we drafted 2 years ago, he's fully healthy. He had a fully healthy offseason. I think he did get kind of like nicked up, but it wasn't anything that would have caused him to miss significant time to start the season. And then we did get Devin Neal in the draft.
Do you
So
think that, I mean, like, he's going to stay? Because since he got into the league, he ain't been healthy. That'd be my question.
I'm gonna be honest, last year Dennis Allen kind of fucked him up because he did
Okay.
not need to go on IR. He did not. Dennis Allen did that because he was just disgruntled with him as a player, but which caused him to miss 4 games because of that. But he wasn't hurt significantly to where he had to get placed on IR. He was able to come back our second game against the Cowboys, but just had to wait. So I think this season I can really get an indication on his health. I
Okay.
think this is the best season for me to kind of get a bead if you could stay healthy for at least 14 games out of the season.
Yeah, I just don't have any confidence that he going to stay healthy. That's just me.
Same, same. But that's
I
why I
mean, but
like
I could
us
be wrong. So
drafting. But that's why I like us drafting Devin Neal. 'Cause I think he's as running back 3. You're a better option than we had last year.
true. Yeah.
So even if Kendra does go out, I think we got a solid running back in Devin Neal that can, I'm not saying he wants to take carries away from Kamara because that's not going to happen. Kamara's going to be the primary back, but I do think our running back 2 is also going to get some work too throughout the year, not specifically this game. I'm just saying as the season goes on.
Yeah.
All right. I think I think I agree with y'all, man. Like uh Cardinals maybe money line. Could be an upset, but sometimes, Kyler Murray come out and play a little bit too fancy and he get a little bit ahead of himself and start making some dumb plays. Um I do like the rushing yards though. Um, give me Alvin Kamara for the anytime for sure. For sure, for sure. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a good game. Uh, I wanna see where Kellen Moore is, leading towards for the identity for the new team. You know what I mean? I want to kind of see what he come out with, how he playing it, how he setting it up. I just want to see, because obviously I think I've seen multiple versions of him at this point. You know what I mean? So I just want to see what his the identity is for this new young team and where he gonna try to lead the team to. So hopefully it's a good first game for him. I want to see him succeed, to be honest. But
Yeah, it's gonna be tough to succeed this year, though. I'm not going.
no,
I'm
I
not
know,
gonna
I
lie
know
to you.
this year, but you build culture in the first year. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Get
yeah,
guys to believe in what you bring. Obviously, you might be losing or whatever, but if you get people to believe, you know what I mean. You can build something around that. That's contagious. Just
that's
build
true.
something. Don't, you know what I mean? Take the losses, but build within the losses. I mean, every loss ain't gotta be, oh damn, we got blowed out. Nah, hey, look, man, we had a good game. Shit, we played a good game plan. Shit, some of them games gonna be competitive. Hopefully, shit. Don't just be out there getting smack.
And I think their home games are going to be competitive, but I think when they go on the road, it could be it could get bad on the road. I think.
Yeah, hopefully he can withstand it a little bit. All right, but game two, we got Dolphins versus Colts. Colts favored by 1.5. Over under is 46.5. I think I took the Colts on that bit too.
Isn't
It's
it true Colts haven't won? Is it true the Colts haven't won a week one game
been like
since like
over
the
10
early
years.
two? Okay, so it's 10 years. Because people were saying like the early 2000s. I didn't think that was
Jesus
true.
Christ.
I I I, I think I was in a space with Cedu the other day. I think he said this. I want to say it was 12, but I definitely know it's over 10.
Mm.
Jesus.
But I
Nah,
don't know.
I was
Like
looking. I had to check my parlay. I ain't take them. I just took Tyreek Hill for the
yeah,
anytime.
yeah, like this game. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like I can't pick a winner in this game. I really don't know who's gonna win this game. Like I really like it's one of them
Uh,
games, and there's a reason why the line is the Colts is at home. They're only giving them a point and a half, which pretty much telling you from a Vegas standpoint, if this
even
game was
game.
a neutral site game, the Dolphins would be favored. I think the Dolphins should win. Would I bet my money on it? I don't know, man, because there's been a lot of Tua and Tyreek Hill beef over the summer, man, and about leadership. And I also heard from a Dolphin fan, this is the first year that Tyreek Hill was not a captain since he got to Miami. So it's just like I just don't know. I don't know who's gonna win the game. The overs 46.5. I think the game will go over though, because I think it's gonna be a good amount of points scored. The only thing that would deter that is the Dolphins front four gets after Daniel Jones, which they have a pretty good front four, I feel, this year. As far as player props go, I'm gonna take a JT touchdown. Um, and give me it now the anytime I'm about to give you, you don't put this on a parlay, single bet this, but I mean a anytime touchdown by Ollie Gordon.
Oh, shit. I like that.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna say it again. Don't put that on a parlay now. Single bet that.
What it is, Skull?
Yeah, I agree with the point JMIK said. Like, it's too many unknowns for both teams. How is the secondary that the Dolphins just added pieces to gonna play? How is the D line gonna play? What's going on the offensive side of the ball? You know, and also Tyreek Hill. I'm not a Jalen Waddle believer. I'm not. He's too in and out of games for me to really put a beat on him. But I do like the running back situation the Dolphins got. So I think we could see like good offensive production. But On the close side of the ball, I like Lou over there with that defense because I thought it was a good defense. I think it could be better. I think they added pieces to it. I believe they added pieces to it as well during free agency. Daniel Jones being the starting quarterback, so man, I don't know what to think this offense is gonna do. Um, is he a more viable option than AR? We'll see, but I don't know. He just don't move the needle for me, so we'll see how it plays out in this game. But I'm not betting on nothing except maybe Tyreek Hill anytime touchdown. Maybe that. But I'm just kind of staying away from this game in just regards to betting because it's too unpredictable.
Yeah, I took the Tyreek Hill anytime, and I put it on the least likely to win parlay I got of the day.
Yeah, that's funny,
Cause
man.
when I was I always go and like just be sitting and I'm just listening to the Dolphins and they was talking about like it's a disconnect on the offense and like Tyreek Hill and Tua not really seeing eye to eye and I'm like, I'm gonna see how they play on the field, but I'm gonna take this just in case. Just
Yeah, I
in
mean, I think Tyreek should be able to get in the end zone. I ain't pick him for one, but I mean, I think he's gonna have a bounce back year, man. Think dude had a bad year last year. Quarterback was hurt. He was hurt. Um, and I just think a lot of people aren't high on Tyreek right now. And I mean, I think he's gonna have a good season. So
I ain't even putting last year like yeah, I feel like you feel like it was a lot of
stuff going on.
deciding factors that kind of like you know what I mean messed the team factor up. But like, I don't know, man. He been seeming like he just got an issue.
I mean, he just might not want to be in that situation no more. Like everybody, I mean, people love to visit Miami, but living in Miami is a different thing.
Or he
Um,
might be tired of two again fucking hurt and he stuck out that motherfucker with no help.
yeah, that could be it too.
Shit, nigga, I
So
need you on the field, bro. I can't here to play with you, not play with a bunch of other bums because you missing 12, 9, 10, 12 games a damn season.
I mean that, and then if Tyreek is trying to get another deal, like he needs to play well. And let's say
Well,
he don't want to stay in Miami, want to go somewhere else and get that money. I mean, by him having bad seasons, it's not going to help him get paid. So yeah.
no, but I think it's gonna be a good. I think it's gonna be a good season for him. I just don't know what offensively the coach gonna look like. So that's why I kind of like. I want to take Jonathan Taylor for the touchdown, but shit,
Man, to me, he's the most guaranteed player on the coast to score a touchdown. I think.
I might take his rushing yards. Shit. I don't
Yeah,
think they're gonna have. I think
I
they're
mean,
gonna have a
the thing
lot
is,
of
like, if
pressure
they
on the
get down
quarterback.
on the, because the thing is, if they get down on the goal line, they're going to give him the ball. That's what they're
Right.
going to do. So,
Sir, my brother.
What'd you say?
It's on you, my brother.
Oh, um, damn, what game we on?
we're on the
Dolphins
Dolphins
versus
and Colts.
Colts.
I just heard you talk about Tua. Um, I don't know, man. Like, I really don't know what to say about either one of these teams. They have both of the coaches seem to be overwhelmed. Um, both of the quarterbacks have underperformed. They're both loaded with talent on both sides of the ball, but they just can't get it done. I don't believe in either team whatsoever. Like Miami have all this glitz and glamour and shit, and they fold um, the last quarter of the season every fucking year. They go into December with leads on the Bills and just shit their pants. Um, I do like what they have done on defense. They finished the season top 10 in yards and points allowed. Uh, but on but as far as the locker room, man, I usually don't put a lot of stock into all of this he don't like him bullshit, because anybody that's been in a real locker room knows that fights happen all the time. And I ain't just talking about motherfuckers that argue. Like niggas get active in the in in the locker room. Okay, it happens regularly. They it's just it happens on. high school level, college level, and NFL level. Like players get into physical fights often. So I really don't take much stock into this, but emotions seem to be really high in Miami as far as like all of this, choosing sides and he says, she says shit. Mike McDaniels is clearly not the guy to get the shit under control. I don't like Miami's offensive line. A Chain can't stay healthy. Or I just like their front seven, to be honest with you. But on the Colts side, um, their quarterback situation is like really fucked up. They got a above average offensive line, and they got a really good running back. Buckner's getting old on the other side. They've been drafting names on defense in the draft for like the last 3, 4 seasons, but nobody has really stood out. Um, I I I would probably take the under on this one for the game. I'm not sure who's gonna win. I think it's in Indy.
Yeah,
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. I like the Colts in that stadium, but Miami can put up points and punches bunches, man. But I don't think they gonna start off clicking, man, for some odd reason. Uh, I do like um. I'll take Jonathan Taylor's like overall yardage. I think he's going to get a chunk of his yardage from catches out of the backfield. And let me see. Uh, Pretty much that's it. Oh, and Daniel Jones. I'll take his yardage, his rushing yards as well. Outside of that, I need to see more consistency from both teams on offense this season.
I mean, the one thing I will say is that the fast track definitely benefits the Dolphins. I'll say that.
Yeah. If he get the going, in motion, yeah, could definitely favor the Dolphins. That could get ugly. They get into that back and forth, quick possession shit. The motherfuckers gonna get burnt. But we gonna find out. Seem like the 1 o'clock is a lot of we gonna find out. I don't know.
Yeah, I think a lot of the 1 o'clock games is like that.
All right, so next game up. Raiders versus Patriots. Raiders favored by 2.5. Over and under is 44.5.
Actually, the Patriots are favored by 2.5. Actually, I
Oh, I
mean,
thought that's what I said. My bad. My bad. Yeah,
nah.
Patriots by 2.5.
Um, give y'all a weather update. Supposed to be raining tonight into tomorrow. Rain ain't gonna stop till the game's at 1. Rain ain't gonna stop till after 4 o'clock. Um, but I don't feel like that really affects the game. I think both teams want to run the football. Like I think Vrabel has tried to instill a culture of toughness into this team, and by them drafting Travion Henderson and having Mondre Stevenson and Antonio Gibson, and also drafting Will Campbell, who's elite talent, is run blocking. Then the Patriots are going to want to run the ball, and obviously the Raiders drafted Genty. Raiders don't really have a wide receiver one. I mean, like they have Bowers, who's essentially their number one target. So I feel like both teams are going to want to run the ball, and I mean with the rain, I'm starting to lean towards not a lot of points being scored. With the weather and stuff like that. Obviously, it's my team. I've been picking my team to win this game all summer long. I'm not changing now. But like normally when I get to these spreads and they only 2.5, 3, I'll just take it on the money line because it's just like I don't want to be, I don't want to get a bad beat where if they only win by 1 or 2, then you kind of get snake eyes or whatever. So I mean, spreads that small do kind of make me be a little bit alert. So like I said, I'll take New England on the money line. I think Genty is definitely scoring a touchdown. Like, I'm not even going to second question that. I think he's definitely scoring. I would take Bowers for everything. I take Bowers for receptions and yards because we have not been able to cover the tight end particularly well last year. We didn't really add a bunch of linebackers. We added Spillane out of he's coming from Oakland. I'll say Oakland. He's coming out of Vegas from the Raiders. But I feel like he's better in the run game than he is in the pass game. So I think Bowers, no matter what the weather is, I think Bowers is going to eat in this game. And then on the Patriots side, I mean, it's kind of tough, man, because we're running through a new offense. And I get it, Josh McDaniels has been with the Patriots in the past, but for these guys, like some of these guys weren't here for Mac Jones' rookie year when that was the last year that Josh was the OC. So it's something that I kind of got to see. But I do think that Stephon Diggs should get his yards. I think his yards aren't going to be set that high because he's coming off the ACL. So I take his yards. I take Pop Douglas's receptions and yards. I mean, he's our slot guy, so I think he's going to get a good amount of looks. And I said this earlier, so I mean, like I don't know what the split going to be. Like I know Henderson is going to get some carries. I know Monty going to get some carries, and Antonio Gibson going to get some carries. But I do like Henderson getting into the end zone. I would just single bet that. So
yeah, Diggs at 48.5.
Yeah, I think you should get 50. I don't think that should be a problem.
It's definitely doable.
That with the Raiders secondary being kind of ass. So yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'll add that to the parlay right now while I'm sitting here. All right. Whoever want to go next? Yeah.
Well, let me see. Hold on a minute. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we
Yep.
can.
Yeah, you
Okay.
good.
Yeah. So I think that the Patriots pull this out. I'm not a believer in Drake May, but I trust him more than Geno Smith. Also think that until the Patriots can show that they fix that offensive line, um, it is going to rest on his shoulders to try to jumpstart that offense. So I'll take May's rushing yards and his attempts. Um, I will take the Patriots on this game. On the other side, Bowers, his attempts, yards, receptions. Um, he's bound to get a touchdown. I also like Geno Smith for anytime interception as well. Uh, that's it. That's about it.
I gotta tell you. They got Bowers for the anytime touchdown. And it's triple payout on prize picks. Ooh,
Yeah, I agree. I think a good portion of this game is going to be running the ball. And I think the team that has the opportunity to really run the ball the best is the Patriots because I do like the running back 1 and 2 they have, and I do believe y'all got Antonio Gibson still, right?
Yep.
JMIK?
That's right. Yep.
Yeah, so you add him into that mix. You got a lot of quality guys in that backfield, and I think that offensive line has been built to be able to run the ball to keep the pressure off Drake May going into his second year with the team. I think for me, I just want to see what this Raiders defense is because I don't think it's gonna be good. I don't think they've done anything to address the deficiencies on that D line. I don't think they addressed anything in that linebacker core. The secondary to me is not that good. So I just want to see defensively how the Raiders hold up because right now I think I got the Patriots winning this game just outright because I just think they will be a better coach team. They have the better personnel. Um, and I like their quarterback better. So I got the Patriots just winning this head up, but that's my big question for the Raiders. Because if that defense ain't good, you're gonna have a long season, especially in the division that you in.
yeah, that one could be a tough one. Um, damn, 2.5. Yeah, I'll take the. I might even take the Raiders minus the 2.5. Shit, to be honest, I think they win by 3. Um, yeah, I'll take the Raiders minus two and I mean Patriots minus 2.5. Um, I think they can win the game by 3 because I think the Raiders secondary is very questionable. I don't know who they have out there that's gonna be able to step up and make Drake may Drake may make some mistakes. Even though I think obviously he gonna make mistakes as a young player, but to really turn the ball over and be able to contain some of the things they're gonna do with Stephon Diggs and the young receiving core out there. Um, I think it's gonna be a good game for Drake going in. I really like his passing yards in this game. Uh, I'm gonna take him for his passing yards in this game. I think he's gonna be able to perform well. I know it's a new offense, like JMIK said, but I believe he got the ability to come in and play really well in this opening game. So um, I'm taking the Patriots in this one. All right, the next game we got Steelers versus Jets. Steelers favored by 2.5. Over under is 37.5. Another find out game. Shit kind of getting interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta go first, and this is my division again. I just said it, man. Like games like this, like when the line is that low, I'll just take the Steelers on the money line. I think Steelers are gonna win the game. Um, over under super low. Like it's 37.5. I mean, what Vegas is telling you is like they expect this to be a rock fight. So I ain't really gonna touch that because I don't trust Justin Fields. I don't think Justin Fields that good. I think Justin Fields is a one read and kind of go kind of quarterback. If the first read ain't there, he's taking off and running. I just don't know how you're gonna be able to do that against the Steelers. And I know the Jets want to run the football, but the thing with the Steelers is like they're normally good against the run. And I mean, I believe Hayward came back to practice yesterday, even though he's in he wants to get paid more money.
Yeah.
So he's gonna play. And so the rookie that I think they drafted Harmon, right, as their rookie, right?
Yeah.
Harmon,
Yeah.
he's not going to play.
Yeah.
But he's a rookie. But he's out. But he's
injured anyway, ain't he?
Yeah, he's injured anyway. But he's a rookie. And I mean, I do expect certain things out of rookies at certain positions. But I think the Steelers can do it without it. I mean, like I think the game plan is just to stop the run and make Justin Fields beat them. I think that's going to be the game plan. Whoever played the Jets, that's what is going to be the game plan. Shut down the run, put the ball in Justin's hands, and make him beat us. And because honestly, I don't think he's got the skill set to do it, and I don't think he's got the wide receivers to do it. Personally, so I'm taking the Steelers money line. I'm going to take not Braylon Allen. Brees Hall's receptions. I'm going to take Brees Hall's for 40 yards because I think he's going to get loose on one run. So I think he's capable of doing that. I'm also going to take Aaron Rodgers' passing yards because this is in a funny way is a revenge game for both quarterbacks because they're going back to their former teams. I'd also take Justin Fields for 40 yards rushing. I forgot that part. So Rodgers yards. DK normally struggles against Sauce Gardner, if people didn't know that. But I think with Aaron Rodgers being his quarterback, I think he's going to get, like the chances. He's going to get the targets. So I'd probably take DK for like 5 receptions for 50 yards. And I think the rookie running back for the Steelers is going to get into the end zone, Caleb Johnson. I mean, I know Jalen Warren's the starter, but I have a feeling if they get down into like the goal line situation that, he's a bigger back. So I believe they'll bring him in the game to do that. And on the Jet side, who do I see on the Jet side scoring?
Garrett?
Man, I'll go. It's not really that crazy, but I'll take Justin Fields for any time touchdown.
I like that. I actually think that the Jets are going to pull this one off. I think that we're going to see a Jalen Hurts type game from Justin Fields. I don't think that they're going to put him in a position. I don't think Aaron Glenn is going to put him in a position where he has to put on the cape. They're not going to force him to pass. If he sees a lane to run, if he sees a lane to run before his first read even makes their first break, he's going to take off, and I like that. Keep it real simple. Keep that Pittsburgh front seven at bay. I like that anytime touchdown for Justin Fields. I also like his rushing yards. Brees Hall. I know June ain't gonna like this. I I like Brees Hall's all-purpose yards. I do feel like DK probably won't be effective or non-effective whatsoever. He hates physical cornerbacks. They completely get him out of his game. I like Aaron Rodgers' attempts, because you know what, Warren is the number one now. Um, as long as his yards isn't over 75, I like that for Warren. And I'll probably hit him for an anytime touchdown too. I think they're going to force feed him the ball. Um, that's about it. That's about it.
Yeah, I got the Steelers in this game. I just think they're the more veteran team going into it. I trust Aaron Rodgers as a quarterback a lot more. I'd never have concerns about that Pittsburgh defense. I think for me, my question is, how's that wide receiver gonna shape up outside of DK? Like I know the names, but how are y'all gonna perform this year? Because it wasn't a great group last year, and I don't really think it's a great group now. So I just need to see how they play.
And I actually have high hopes for him like Roman Wilson, because Roman Wilson at Michigan, he was really good. He just got hurt last year. So I got high hopes for him. Calvin Austin to me is like a one-trick pony to me. Like, I don't say one trick. I mean, he has a couple tricks, but like, I mean, to me, he's more their deep guy. I mean, that's how I view him. So
Yeah, I agree. Um, I don't really have anything much to add in regards to like top plays that people say because I agree with most of has been stated. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be a high scoring game. Neither team, I think, is kind of built for that. But I do think the Steelers um, win this. All right.
We got another fucking around and find out game. Panthers versus Jags. Jags favored by 3.5. Over under 46.5. Fuck around and find out about your team.
I don't
Man,
know.
I
I
don't know
mean,
about this one,
I,
dog.
Which Bryce are we gonna get? Um,
Shit, what Trevor we gonna get?
yeah,
I was
that's
just about
shit,
to say
shit, shit.
that
You guys
first
that too.
too. Says like both quarterbacks are
Damn.
huge question marks. I think they have really good offensive weapons, specifically wide receivers on on both sides of with both teams. I like the wide receiver cores they have. I like the running back room. I'm not really high on ETN, but I do like the guys that are behind him with Jacksonville. Um, I don't know, man. I do like the Jaguars in this game, though, and that's mostly because I don't believe in this Panthers defense. It was the historically worst defense last year. Y'all didn't do anything to address your secondary. Your linebackers aren't that good. You only have one corner. I think it's Michael Jackson, the cornerback two that they signed, or Mike Davis or something like that. Panthers, he played well for them. He had an up and down season, but he played well. But to me, that's patchwork, and you don't have any safeties for real. You did address your D line, but I don't know how that's going to perform because it's a lot of new faces on that front. So I don't believe in this Panthers defense, and because I don't believe in it, I do think that if the Jaguars just protect the ball, run the ball, make the plays that you need to do on offensive side of the ball, they can win this game. Because I do think that defense is good enough that they can create stops and potential turnovers to give their team more chances. I don't believe that same thing with the Panthers.
um, yeah, I don't feel comfortable giving you a winner for this game. I'm gonna be honest with you. Um, I do think a lot of points in this game gonna be scored. Give me the over. I think over is 46.5. Give me the over. This game could go any different direction. Like if the Panthers defense has gotten better since last year, then I can see them winning. If Trevor Lawrence is more consistent, I can see the Jaguars winning. I can see about so many different scenarios in this game, and that's why I can't give you a winner. But I do think a lot of points are going to be scored because I think when you have Bryce and Trevor Lawrence, like the weapons that each team has, I just think that they're going to be able to score a lot of points. The props in the game I do like. I do like Chuba's running yards. I mean, Chuba was a really good back last year for them. I had a really good season. And I also think Chuba gets in the end zone. I do like. I would take Tet for his receptions. Yeah, Jalen Coker's out, so he's not going to be playing. On the Jaguar side, I think Trav will have a solid game because he's their wide receiver too. But first I'm gonna talk about Brian Thomas. I was high on him last year. I think he's gonna have a good game. Like I'm gonna take him for 70 yards. I mean, I know a lot of people are high on JC Horn, but I mean B2J is like that. I mean, if you didn't know, I guess now you know. So I'm gonna take him for 70. I'm gonna take him for 6 receptions. I'm gonna take Trav for like 3 receptions, 50 yards. I still think Brian Thomas Jr. gets in the end zone. And I like ETN for his receptions.
He said if you didn't know BTJ was like that.
Now you're gonna figure that shit out this year, man.
You didn't know that, then where the hell you been? Under a damn rock? The fuck? You ain't been watching football, buddy? Because he was cooking with Mac Jones at quarterback last year.
I don't know, man. I feel like I got more faith in the Panthers than I do the Jaguars. Um, the Jaguars are supposed to be the reigning champs of this division. They supposed to. They should have had a chokehold on this division for a few years, but it's like they can't get their shit together. It's no different from Miami. You know, like they draft all of these names every year. Half the time they can't keep them, and even the ones that they do keep, they still underperform. Trevor Lawrence has never lived up to what he's supposed to be. Um, they all I heard for a few years was they had the real Josh Allen. Now I just don't hear them talk about him at all anymore. You know, it's just I don't have any faith in the Jaguars whatsoever. I do like where the Panthers are trending. I feel like they've got considerably better every year that Bryce has been there. Um, I'm going for the upset, man. Give me the motherfucking Panthers, man. Fuck them Jaguars. I'm getting tired of these pussy ass niggas like underachieving every fucking year, man. Like, either piss or get off the motherfucking pot, man. You know, and it's like they've been sitting on the pot. That motherfucker warm. Don't nobody want to sit on no warm seat. Shit feels disgusting. You ever had that happen to you before? You sit in the chair and it's already hot and shit. I'm sitting here thinking they done farted all up in the seat. That's the fucking Jaguars, man. Like I don't want to sit behind them motherfuckers. Give me Tet. Um I hope they put Travis on them so we can see what's what. Um I like Chuba. They definitely gonna give him his attempts, his touches. So I like his yards. If as long as his all-purpose isn't under 85, I'll probably take that. Give me anytime touchdown with him. Tet just definitely gonna get his targets and shit. On the Jaguar side of the ball, man, like I don't know what the fuck. ETN, like sometimes he good, sometimes he not, sometimes he healthy, sometimes he hurt. Trevor Lawrence, he like to get that thing up. I like BTJ, but it's like I don't know what motherfucking Trevor gonna show up. You know, so I like the Panthers in the upset, and so we can get this train about it's the coaching, and not because that's what happens with the Jaguars. You know, like when shit go when it's good, like Doug Peterson first year. See, all we needed was competent coaching, and then the next year was like, I don't know, I think it's the coaching, and then the year after that, oh yeah, it was definitely coaching, but it's always the coaching. So let's go ahead and get that it's the coaching train going early, you know, so we can get that shit out the way so we don't have to ask what the problem is. And yeah, I'm done.
I would say it with your chest, but you said it with your chest.
He said it with his chest, his goddamn anything else he could have said that motherfucker with.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh man. Yeah, I like Ted. I like Ted for the I like Ted for his yards tomorrow. I think he had like 5 receptions. Might like him for the receptions too. Uh, I don't know, man. Like the Jags got a lot of talent on the team, but shit. Every time I think about like Trevor Lawrence, it just be like, damn, is that nigga gonna show up? Like, is he actually gonna turn out to be the golden boy that they told me he was, or he gonna be, you know, inaccurate, unpoised? Like he don't play. He just been very disappointing over a good standard amount of time. Well, I got enough sample size to say like he need to step the hell up. So I do got a little bit more faith in the Panthers than I do the Jags. I'm gonna take the Panthers plus 3.5. Um, yeah, we're gonna call it a day like that. Um, all right, next game we got on the board. Oh, Giants versus Commanders. Commanders favored by 6.5. Over under 46.5.
Mm, mm, mm.
Boy, that,
Mm, mm.
that's gonna be a game right there. That's gonna be a must watch right there.
It better be a game. It
Uh,
better be.
I mean, I go first. I like the Commanders in this game. Like I said it earlier with Arizona. Like I don't love these big spreads in the first week. I also didn't love the Eagles spread in the first game of the season. I thought the Eagles would win, but I didn't think they was going to cover it, and that's kind of what happened. So I'm gonna take Commanders money line because I think this is going to be a nip and tuck kind of game. Um, Giants defense is, they have the personnel to be a really good defense. I've said it all summer. I don't think it's on the talent. I think it's on the defensive coordinator because you got the same DC coming back. You added more talent. They added Abdul Carter in the draft. They added a couple other draft picks. They also added a corner from the Saints. I just forgot homeboy name as of right now. So they've added stuff to the defense. The talent is there. The
Paulson
DC,
and Debo.
yeah, a Debo. So the Giants got the talent. The DC got to just be, call the right plays. And to utilize the talent that they have. Now, if they could do that, they should have a shot in this game. My only issue with the Giants is like their strength is on the D line. And the Commanders kind of fortified their tackles. And so like their left tackle from last year, Coleman, who was a guard in college, is moving back to his natural position. And then they acquired Tunsil from the Texans to play left. They drafted Connolly out of Oregon to play the right tackle. I mean, Connolly, like you seen, you were seeing it last night with Josh Simmons. Like he's a rookie, so he's gonna have some struggles here and there. But I think he's for the duration of the season. I think Josh Connolly Jr. should be solid for the most part. So I think that's where this game is going to be won and lost in the trenches for both teams. I think the Giants. I think Andrew Thomas is not going to play. I heard he was doubtful yesterday. So most of the time when you're doubtful, you're not going to play. And like the Commanders do have some pieces. Like their D line is not as talented as the Giants, but they got some pieces on the D line as well. So to me, that's what the game's won and lost. I do think the Commanders win. I do like in terms of prop bets. I like Tracy, the running back for the Giants, for a touchdown. And give me Neighbors for a touchdown as well. I like Neighbors' yards. It's probably like 60 or 70, something like that. I like that. I'm gonna stay away from Scary Terry, to be honest with you. He didn't really go through training camp. A lot of times when you do that, you can kind of have a slow start. So I'm gonna stay away from him. I do like Debo to get in the end zone in some shape or form, whether it's catching or rushing or whatever it is. So I think he'll get in the end zone. And I think with the defense, the Giants are going to play like the thing is JD5 might see some pressure. And so when you see quick pressure, sometimes you got to hit the hot read or you got to hit your tight ends. And his tight end is Zach Ertz, and I would take Zach Ertz for like 4 or 5 receptions.
Yeah, they got Malik Neighbors at like 72 yards, I think.
Yeah, I take it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I already got it. I got it on the ticket. That's the only reason I remember. Shit, I had a ticket before you even said anything. I had already took that. Shit, he gonna get force fed. Shit, I ain't worried about that. He gonna get that rock.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He gonna get that rock, man. Pop, did you go? I don't know, Pop.
Nah, but I do think this has the potential to be a really good game. Um, I like the additions that the Commanders made on the offensive line. I like them trading for Debo. I think that gives them an added boost, specifically in the run game. Um, my question for the Commanders is going to be that secondary. I know they've added some talent to it, but I need to see how they play. I need to see a healthy Lattimore in that defense. Stanstrill came on, like he got better down the stretch for them. So I like him to kind of repeat the success he built upon at the latter part of the year. Um, and I think they drafted Trey Amos, who I liked in the draft this year. So I want to see how that secondary plays out. Um, for the Giants, I know what y'all got on offense, but I'm not a believer in Russell Wilson. I'm not. So I need to see how he plays in this game because I do think they have the team offensively to compete with the firepower the Commanders can give you, but I don't believe in Russ. And on the secondary side of the ball, I have questions about their corners. So we'll see. But I do think this division game, and I think this has the potential to be really good and to hit the point, put a point over on it.
Oh yeah, I found the ticket, Mick. I found the ticket. I was trying to figure out where I put it at.
So
I was
okay.
trying to figure out it was 73 and a half. I took it. I definitely took it. Yep, sure they did. Don't give a damn. Cause Mike Sanders still. Um, what's the other one they just drafted? Trey
Trey
Amos.
Amos, and they got
Yeah,
Lattimore too.
yeah, half hamstring. Yeah, cooked. Give me Malik. Um, I think the Commanders should win this game. I'll be kind of disappointed if they lost. Uh, After what they told me all season about their team and the improvements they made to be better than they was last year. I want to see it though. Uh, I think they did add some pieces in Debo Samuel to that offense. They drafted that young running back who, pretty much took Brian Robinson's spot. I think signing Terry McLaurin back was a great move to keep him in that offense with Jaden Daniels. Um, Zach Ertz obviously coming back. I want to see if they're gonna get the young tight end that they drafted and Ben Sanat involved in the offense because I think he can bring something to that offense. You know what I mean? If he can get involved. The Giants though, I really like. I don't know, bro. Like I'm stuck in the middle. Like obviously, I want to see Russ play because I wanted the young guy to get some time to really learn what he's doing. But man, I just don't know. I think they should have just went ahead and shit, let the young boy play. You know what I mean? But we're gonna figure out if it works the way they want it to or not. But yeah, I got the Commanders winning, but I think it's gonna be a really good game. Uh, should be competitive. Should be. All right, so we got Bengals versus Browns. Bengals favored by 5.5. Over under is 47.5. I'm taking the over, Bill.
You sure about that?
Yeah, because I think goddamn, I think the Bengals gonna try to score 50.
Yeah, they're gonna try, but the Browns defense ain't bad though. They were
Oh,
just hurt a lot
I just
last
talking
year.
shit. It was a pun at they horrible defense. They probably gonna give up 25. Shit,
Shit, what's the over?
47
47
and
and
a
a
half.
half.
Hmm. I mean, shit. 31-17 is a
Yeah.
viable. Yeah, that sounds about right.
But the question is, who's gonna have the 31? Is the question.
The Bengals.
The Bengals. I mean, the Bengals swept the Browns last year, but normally when they go to Cleveland, sometimes they be struggling.
Oh,
Sometimes
okay, yeah. I
No,
didn't.
they
I
they
forgot to
played the
ask
off
if it was
they
in
played the
Cleveland.
off they played the preseason. You know what I mean? You don't remember they played in the
play them one.
they played in the preseason, bro. So they're gonna be hot, bro. They're gonna be ready to roll.
That must be like an AFC North thing when they be saying, "Oh, well, the first game really like an extension of the preseason." Man.
No. They offense. They have played like the preseason, so they're gonna be ready. They ain't gonna start slow this time. They gonna
Their offense might not, but that defense is for sure. Who he for?
Nah, you know, bro. You know I'm trolling, bro. I know you know I'm trolling. I don't give a damn about your offense playing no preseason games. That defense is poo.
I mean, regardless, like even if your offense does play, like you're not playing against the first team defense anyway. So,
bro, you still got to come out there and perform, bro. I mean,
yeah.
do I believe in like Jamar Chase going out there and having a good game? Yeah, you know what I mean. I believe.
But the curious thing is, I've talked to Browns fans. You know that Jamar Chase is not like when Jamar played the Ravens. Jamar don't get off like that when he played the Browns.
He be struggling against the Browns.
I mean, I don't mean struggling in the sense where I mean like he'll get like only 30 yards. But like I mean struggling like he might only get like 50, 60 yards. Like I mean like he not going for a $125, 150.
He be going crazy on the Ravens though.
The Ravens, boy, like he be killing them. And the Ravens fans can't stand him either, boy.
He got beef with them. But go ahead, Pop. I think Pop.
Listen, are the Browns gonna be able to keep up with the points I think the Bengals gonna be able to put up?
Yeah, probably not.
I don't know. I think there's gonna be a big Chase Brown game. I think they're gonna really try to establish the run, try to control the clock, stuff like that. I want to see how Burton plays for the Bengals this year. I don't know if how he gonna impact this game, but that is something I'm looking forward to seeing with the Bengals. But Chase Brown, I think he gonna have a good game. That Bengals defense, I'm not a believer. Not a believer. I think that team gonna have to score more points than that defense gives up. And that's just how I feel right now. The Browns, they got a solid defense, but Joe Flacco as your starting quarterback, okay. Your offensive line is aging. Um, I am a fan of their running back room though. I like that. I like Ford with Dylan Sampson, and they just got Quinshawn signed today, I believe. I
Yeah.
don't know when he's gonna play for them, but I do like the fact that he got his contract signed today. So I like that for them in the long run. But I do like their running backs. I don't believe in Judy. I thought that was an outlier year for him. Tillman, he's an okay wide receiver. And Joku is just so up and down. And in regards to his play, I don't know. I like the Bengals to win this game, though. I'll take that. I'll take the Bengals. And I think if I'm betting a prop, I'm taking Chase Brown rush yards or rush attempts.
Yeah, I got the Bengals and the over for sure.
Yeah, I mean, the Bengals on the road. I think they're going to win. I'm not going to take them with 5.5 though. I'll take them on the money line. I mean, if I want to be adventurous, I'll take an alt line like -2.5 if I want to be adventurous. I do think this game should be able to go over. I mean, I think with Joe Flacco should be able to put up the points on the Brown side, and Joe Burrow should be able to put up the points to get this game over. Now, I mean, if the Browns were to win this game, I wouldn't be the most shocked person in the world either. But I do have the Bengals money line and the Bengals winning. Prop wise, I actually do like Joe Flacco for anytime interception. I'm not an anytime interception kind of guy. I don't really bet on that a lot. But like Joe Flacco has been known to throw the ball to the other team. So I mean, all the Bengals got to do is catch it. So I think I mean, like even though the Bengals defense isn't that great, I think that should happen at least one time. As far as the Bengals go, give me Jamar Chase for like 50 yards. I'm just gonna play safe with him. I think T. Higgins is going to be able to eat because T is not going to be on the best corner. So, I mean, give me T for like 5 and 50. I also think T is going to score. So give me T for anytime touchdown. I think I agree with Pop too. Like I think this might be a Chase Brown kind of game as well. So I'm gonna take Chase for an anytime touchdown. And I take it for. I mean, his receptions are probably like 3 or 4 receptions. Like I'd probably take him for that as well. The Browns' side is a little bit tougher. I'll take Njoku for 40 yards. And Joe likes throwing to the tight end, so I'll take Njoku for an anytime touchdown too. Like a sneaky look is Fanning. Fanning's the rookie tight end that they have. I mean, he's like a sneaky a touchdown look. I'm not sure because like he's never played a game, so I don't want to give that to the people. But I mean, just kind of keep an eye on that.
Harold Fanning, I like that move. That's a sleeper pick right there. Because he could end up being very impactful in that offense today. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure.
You never know. I like that pick. I ain't even think about that pick. All right, so next game on board: Buccaneers versus Falcons. Bucks favored by 1.5. Over under 47.5. Yeah, 1.5 on the road. Ooh. Okay, so obviously the Bucks got swept last year, but you got a new guy coming in the building that's gonna have to play the snaps as quarterback, which is obviously gonna be impactful on this game. Um, I think you're gonna see obviously Chris Godwin out, so you might see. I think you're gonna see a decent performance from Emeka in that role. Um, I like Bucky Irvin rushing yards in this game. But I think the Bucks end up pulling off the win. Uh, I don't care about the points. I'm just taking money line 1.5. It ain't even no point of me taking no, minus 1.5. Um, but I think they obviously win this game. But I think Michael Penix. I got a weird feeling, bro. He gonna have a decent game. I'm just not sure who it's gonna be to. I don't know if I put my money on Drake London or if I put it on Kyle Pitts. I think one of them gonna have.
I would wait to bet on Kyle Pitts, to be honest
Yeah,
with you.
that's what I'm saying. Pop. That's how I'm feeling. Like I feel like one of them gonna have a good game, but I'm so iffy on betting on Kyle Pitts that I don't know if I can put my money. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for sure. But I think Michael Penix is I think he's gonna have a pretty good debut, man. I think Sunday we're gonna see a pretty good performance from Michael Penix. So if y'all wanted to take him for like, you know, 200, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if he came out this game with like a little 200 yards.
My thing, the Christian about Penix is like I don't know. When we look back at last year, like I think people would be thinking he played a lot more games than he did. Like the first time I thought that, and I went back in the game log and see he only played 3 games.
Yeah,
and I just think the way people be talking about him in the offseason, like the nigga played 10 plus games, he didn't. To me, he's still a rookie. Let me be real with people. I like Tampa in this game. Like I like Tampa to win the division. Even though Tristan Wirfs is not there, like the 2 edge guys are rookies, and they're kind of light in the ass anyways. So I think Tampa Bay can get by on that. I don't really love what the Falcons have on the interior, to be honest with you, of their D line. So I think Tampa Bay should be able to deal with that. And I mean, like as long as Baker doesn't turn over the ball too much, because I mean Baker had a really good season last year, but he needs to kind of dial back on them turnovers. So I mean, as long as he could do that, I mean, I think they should win the game. The Falcons side, I think they have an issue because their right tackle, in terms of having Michael Penix like that's going to be their blindside tackle. He's pretty much out for the year. So they kind of got to fill that, fill the gap that he leaves. So I think that could be an issue. And I mean, the Buccaneers, they have a solid front four. I mean, like, they got Vita Vea in there. They have good edges. The only real weak spot in the defense for me for the Bucs are their linebackers and their corners. And so they tried to draft a corner in this draft. I think they might have took a linebacker. I'm not 100% sure.
They didn't.
No, they didn't. So yeah, so I mean, the linebacker can still be an issue. And that's where guys like Drake, like Drake London and Kyle Pitts can benefit if they can, get into the middle of the field and I mean make things happen. I mean they probably will. Like I think they'll put up numbers, but I just think that Tampa Bay has way too much firepower, and I think their defense is better. And I just think they're going to win this game. As far as the props, I like give me Drake London for his reception and yards. I think he's going to have a big season. And I think it starts this week. Give me Bijan for an anytime touchdown and 70 yards rushing. I also think Bucky gonna have a huge game too. So I mean, I'm gonna take Bucky for 60 yards rushing and an anytime touchdown. And I know this is Amika's first game, but I think Amika might go federal in this game. So I'm gonna take Amika for like 5 for 60.
You see what I said, Mick? I was like, yeah, I think Emeka Buka gonna impact this game from that position. Like, I know people don't trust it, but I think he gonna have a really good game, bro.
Well, he's gonna get the touches. Um, because they're gonna be without Chris Godwin, McMillan went on IR. Um, I'm not a believer in Cade Otton. He cool, but he's not. He don't move the needle for me. Just in regards to their offense. So America can have the touches to make the impact. The thing is that both these teams got key injuries on the offensive line that I want to see how these like D lines take advantage of it. The, I can't call it with the Falcons D line. It's a lot of second, third year players that got to show up and a few new faces as well. In regards to the rookies, I think they also brought in Leonard Floyd as well to add to that defensive line. They also added a few pieces into the secondary. So you got Billy Bowman starting for them, Xavier Watts starting for them as well. So you got a couple of rookies on in the secondary for the Falcons. So I need to see how that plays. I do think this could be I don't know if it's gonna be like super high scoring, but I think points are gonna be scored. I think both teams had the potential to score about 24 to 27 points apiece. It is being a divisional game, and I think the Bucks are gonna try to get this dub in early because they did get swept by the Falcons last year, and I think they want to get back in this game. So I will edge it to the Bucks for that, just because I also think this is the better veteran team overall going into this game. It's a unit that's pretty much been together for the most part for the last year or two. So I like that. But I'm not gonna be surprised if the Falcons pull it out. I ain't. I am not gonna be surprised if the Falcons happen to win this game. I just think it's two teams that have the potential to make something shake, and I think it's gonna be a really good divisional matchup.
Uh, so the next game on the slate, it's the start of the 405 games. 49ers, Seahawks. 49ers favored by 1.5. Over under 43 and a half.
And
35?
fuck the Seahawks.
God.
That's
Man,
what
I'm
I
gonna be
gotta
like
say. Fuck them
30
niggas. You know, I ain't worried about them bitches. They still got Sam Donald. They still got offensive line issues. Their best wide receiver is a undersized pussy ass slot merchant named JSN. What type of stupid ass name is that? Motherfucker play football, but he hate contact. I'm gonna be honest. I like what they doing on defense, but they still not there yet. They picked up Leonard Williams. He had a decent season last year while the division was down or whatever. First time having double digit sacks in what like 6 years or some shit like that. But Witherspoon, in my opinion, is the best nickel in the league. Outside of that. I think the rest of the secondary is slightly above mid, and the linebackers is some shit. I think that my offensive line is healthy. Um, I think we're gonna punch on these motherfuckers, man. Not just because I hate the Seahawks, just simply because I think we're a better team. I think George Kittle is going to get his chance to show what he can do, especially with Brandon Ayuk being down. People keep talking about our wide receivers or whatever. I guess because wide receivers is like the hot topic in the National Football League right now. But you know unfortunately, my team has shown the propensity to be successful without wide receivers. You know, um, but I feel like my defense is and will be way better than this. So I expect CMC to play. Um, but I think that George Kittle will probably more than likely lead the charge, and uh, Brock Purdy. Uh, let me see. I like him for two tutties, and I like us to win by at least 11 points.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
Um, it's always tough to go and play in Seattle, man. Like that's
Fuck them
always
niggas.
a tough game. I mean, you can say that all you want, but going up to Seattle when it start raining at that 4 o'clock game, that shit not easy, man. I don't care if you're a Division 4 or not.
Man,
Um,
they ain't beat us in Seattle in what 4 years, some shit like that. Fuck
yeah,
them
but I
niggas.
think Mike McDonald's starting to get his players in there, trying to get that system going. I mean, I expect the defense to be good.
Yeah.
I just don't know how the offense is going to be because you're bringing in Sam Darnold, you're bringing him into a situation where he don't have the same kind of coaching, offensive coaching, and weapons that he had last year. So I'm interested to see how he plays, not playing with Jettas and Jordan Addison and T.J. Hawkinson and Aaron Jones. Like I'm curious to see if his level of play remains the same. And I think that's the question you got to ask over the Seahawks because the Seahawks they're going to run the ball with their stable of backs that they had. They got like 3 or 4 running backs that they're going to run the ball with. So that's that side. The 49ers side, I mean, Brock is Brock. I mean, Brock's a good quarterback. I mean, he's shown that. I don't think you can really, I don't think. I think we're at a place with Brock where I don't even think that you can really argue that. He's shown what he could do. I mean, hopefully, going into the season, his wide receiver core is not exactly where he wants it to be in terms of health. So I mean, like, hopefully that works itself out during the season where his guys start coming back and they're all healthy and they're all able to play because nobody wants to start their season and you don't have your full complement of weapons on the field with you. The CMC business, practice Wednesday and then he started to become limited and then I don't even know what's going on. There was rumors he didn't practice. There was rumors he was in uniform. So I'm not even going to really deal with that. I'm gonna stay away from picking this game. I don't really know who's gonna win this game. I think San Francisco should win this game. But I'm just not willing to risk my money on it. But I mean, if you had a gun to my head, I'd probably say 49ers money line. The props I like in the game. Give me a Sam Darnold anytime interception again. I just think he's going to give the 49ers a chance, and I think they're going to take it. So,
Damn, Mick already? Shit.
I mean, the 49ers got a good defense. I mean, and Sam Darnold, I've never been a full believer in Sam Darnold. Like I was watching Sam Darnold with the Jets. Like I'm just not a believer. I think CMC gets an anytime touchdown. Hopefully the guy's healthy, man. Like I said, like you don't ever want to cheer for injury. So I think he should get in the end zone. I think Kittle should have a big day because I think he's the one guy in the pass game besides CMC that you could really count on. So I mean, give me Kittle something like 6 receptions for 50 yards, something like that. I'm gonna stay away from all the wide receivers with the 49 because I don't even really know who to bet on. I'm gonna be honest with you, so I'll stay away from that. The Seahawks side, give me JSN. I think he gets into the end zone, so I'm giving me him for anytime touchdown. Give me him for about 50 yards receiving. I wanna take Kenneth Walker for some rushing yards, but man, I don't even know he's gonna play the whole game, so I'll probably stay away from that. I'll stay away from that, man.
That's crazy that he like that, man. I think dude really talented, but he can't never finish a game. He stay hurt.
Finish a game, he can't finish a season.
Every time I look up, he on the sideline getting a massage. Man, you got Charbonnet in that.
I mean, that nigga probably can't even finish dinner half the fucking time. I mean, like shit is crazy.
I think when
Now,
I look at this game though, go ahead, sir.
I was gonna say I like whatever running back. The only reason why I didn't say CMC is because I don't know if he's gonna start or not. But whatever running back, he's gonna hit his rushing totals. for sure, and I'll put him down for anytime touchdown. But you're gonna have to wait until game time to see who it is.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Or you think CSC play, but you don't think he start?
No, if he play, he gonna start. I don't think they're gonna put him off the bench just to run a package here and there. They'll just start Brian Robinson and do some shit like that with Grindo. But whoever starts, if CMC plays, I'll take his yards in an anytime touchdown. If Brian Robinson plays, I'll take his yards in an anytime touchdown. I just don't know who's going to start. Like I don't know. CMC say he cool. Kyle said that his calf was tight. Then they putting out videos of this motherfucker doing jumps and jumping jacks and shit and bouncing around and doing out like pogo stick jumps and shit. I don't know. They playing Belichick games right now, and I don't appreciate it. So I'll just wait until fucking 4 o'clock.
All right. So when I look at this game though, if CMC play like he said, yeah, I will take him for the his attempts and yards. I mean and touchdown. But uh, I'm so scared to take the side of the Seattle like they props because like um Kenneth Walker. I don't know about. I think JSN is probably the safest pick over there as far as like receiver wise. Um, I don't know about the anytime touchdowns because Sam Darnold let me down a few times last year with that boy Justin Jefferson, but neither here nor there. So I'm gonna take San Francisco for the win. Uh, yeah, I don't really know about the props though. I'm a little sketchy on the props.
My other question is, I'm a little, I got a little bit more faith in Sam Darnold than y'all do. My question mark for Seattle offense is Kubiak. You know, he tried to do like some type of Kubiak hit like his father's offense and then combine it with Kyle shit like some hybrid. And according to Swan and the Houstonians, the shit didn't work, so they ran him out of town. So I need to see like what has he learned, what type of offense he's going to run. From what I've been reading, that I forgot Buddy's name. God damn it, I forgot his name. The guy that we brought on for Seattle. They apparently are going to run outside zone. So I don't know if they have the pieces for that. So it's a lot of question marks for me on Seattle side of the ball as far as the offense, and it's mainly with the offensive coordinator.
Well,
Hmm.
Yeah, I
it's not-
agree. There's a lot of unknowns at the OC position, and I'm not a Sam Darnold believer, and I don't know if that Seahawks offense has the guys on it for him to replicate even half the season he had with the Vikings last year. Um, Especially that offensive line. I think they've been trying to fix it, but I don't know if they've done what they need to do to address it, specifically like tackling guard. Defensively, though, I think that they are getting the pieces that McDonald wants for his defense, and I like that side of the ball going into this game. For the 49ers, it's a lot of question marks on specifically the running back position, like Sirk was bringing up. We don't know who the guy is going to be right now. So have to wait to see how that falls out. I do like Ricky Pearsall though. I think he's gonna have an opportunity to get a lot of targets, and I want to see how he performs with that type of target share that he's gonna have going into this game. I am going to give the edge to the 49ers. I do understand it being in Seattle, it is a hard place to play, but I have a lot less questions in regards to this 49ers team than I do with the Seahawks.
all right. All right, next game on the slate: Titans versus Broncos. Broncos favored by 8.5. 42 over under 42 and a half. When I look at this game, man, I think that Broncos defense might just be a little bit too much for this developing offense for the Titans. So I think you obviously gonna see a young team that's trying to get it together. But give me the Broncos in this game. Um, give me whoever starts for the Broncos as running back. I don't know if it's gonna be J.K. or R.J.
I think it's JK's technically the starter, but they're both gonna play.
Give me a split in carries then. So give me 50 yards apiece. I think they're gonna run the ball really well. Um, and give me uh I don't know what they got Cam Ward passing touchdowns at. I think he will get at least one in this game.
Should be like it can't be set at point. It got to be 1.5.
If it's at 1.5, I don't know.
It
But if
got
it's
to like it got to. There's no way they're setting his line at like 0.5.
I
There's no
seen
way.
his passing yards like 190.
Well, yeah, that's what's going on. His first game going up to Denver. Denver's supposed to have a top 5 defense, so I get
Yeah.
that part about it.
Yeah, that's why I said I don't know what his passing yards at because I seen the what's it called. But I meant passing touchdowns because I seen the passing yards. But yeah, give me the Broncos, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna make this short and sweet. I like the Broncos in this game. I just think it's a tough spot for Cam Ward. Like, I wasn't a believer in Cam Ward at the beginning of the draft process, but the more I see him throw, when I see him in preseason, I'm starting to really like the kid. I just think this is a tough spot, man. Like, I don't like I don't love how the NFL did the Titans, man. To be honest with you, man, like they could have gave him another game somewhere else. This is about to be it has the potential to be bad because of the Broncos defense. But the Titans, they should be able to stop the run. I mean, like up the middle, they have Jeffrey Simmons and Sweat, like the kid out of Texas 2 years ago. So they should be able to shut down the Broncos running between the tackles. Now, outside the tackles, that's a totally different story. Um, Props I like in this game. I like Tony Pollard for an anytime touchdown. It's kind of like what Smitty just said with the running backs. You're not really sure what the split going to be. Um, so I'll just stay away from their props until I get closer to the game time, until I actually know who's going to actually start. I do like Bo Nix to run for 25 yards. I mean, he uses legs a lot. I expect him to do that again. I like Calvin Ridley for about 50, 60 yards in this game. Um, I also like Cortland Sutton. I think Cortland should be able to get 40, 50 yards. I'm going to go for the 50. And that's pretty much all I'll go with. I mean, I just don't see a lot of points being scored in this game, so I would just be careful with the props.
Yeah, I think the Broncos win. This is a tough task to ask Cam Ward to try to navigate and get the dub with. Um, Not only defensively do I think the Broncos have an edge, I also think it's the offensive mind that Sean Payton has, and adding to the weapons that he has for Bo Nix. I think it's gonna be kind of tough sledding for the Titans defense later on into the game that I think eventually is gonna break open, specifically in the run game for the Broncos. Um, I don't think Cam is gonna play bad. I think he'll play pretty good. I do like the offensive weapons they've surrounded him with. There's a couple of rookies I think eventually kind of take over some key spots like um Shamari Dyke and Alec Amore. I think they eventually become starters in that offense. Van Jefferson to me and Tyler Lockett don't move the needle offensively. I do like that they added I believe it was Gunnar Helm to the tight end room behind Cheat. So I like what the Titans are cooking up, but just in this game, I'm gonna give it to the Broncos. I think them being a playoff team, not having too many significant losses and adding some key pieces to it, I think that's enough firepower for them to just solidly win this game.
certified.
Man, I think this gonna be belt buckled to ass. Uh, no, I'm serious, dog. Like the competition committee, somebody, somebody, somebody need their ass beat though to get this type of matchup. This shit in Denver, right?
Yeah, it's in
Yeah,
Denver.
To get this type of fucking matchup on the road week one for a rookie quarterback is fucking insane, bro. But hey, man, it is what it is. You know, you either gonna sink or you gonna swim. Um, I don't expect anything at all from the Titans on the offense side of the ball. If these motherfuckers score a touchdown, I would be flabbergasted. Okay. I think they about to get railroaded. And I'm not even saying that Denver is going to impose their will on offense, but I do feel like that defense is going to create multiple turnovers, and they are going to affect field position. Denver should be dealing with a lot of short fields. So I'm going to go Bo Nix, two tutties, and I'm not sure who it's going to be. But I don't think there's going to be a lot of offensive production from Denver. I think they're going to be operating on a lot of short fields, and um, eh, Tennessee is going to be in a fucking blender from whistle to whistle.
I think we all agree on that part. I think we all agree. All right. Next game, 425. The start of the 425. Lions, Packers, Green Bay favored by 1.5. Over under 48.5. This is gonna be some fireworks. Michael Parsons getting his first game. And then he was just talking all that. He was just talking all that that good talk. How he don't like the Lions. He never liked the Lions. I think it's gonna be a good fight, man. I think these two teams like I think these two teams are trying to separate themselves from the Vikings this year. So I see it being a really good game. As far as props, give me Josh Jacobs rushing yards and an anytime touchdown. Give me Jamar Gibbs anytime touchdown and his rushing receiving combined yards. Um, Give me Amara St. Brown receiving yards. Yeah, and for Green Bay, I want to take Jaden Reed receiving yards too. So and I think both quarterbacks had the ability to have two passing touchdowns in this game. But I be shaky on Jordan Love sometimes because he turned into Mr. Fadeaway. And he like to throw half court fadeaway jumpers. So that just don't sit right with me. But yeah, it should be a really good game.
Um, yeah, man, there should be a bunch of points scored in this game. I mean, that's why the line 48.5. Um, I like the lines. I mean, I get it. Like a lot of people are hyped because Green Bay traded for Micah Parsons. I get that. I get the hype behind it. I still think the Lions got a better team. And I get like they lost 8 coaches and all that, but I've been saying it all summer, man. The talent is a talent. Like Dan Campbell is still the head coach of the football team. I mean, he's the one that drives the culture of the football team. So I think there's gonna be an adjustment period, but like I said, the talent's a talent, man. Like, I still think offensively they have a bunch of weapons. I don't like the Green Bay's cornerback room at all. I'm interested to see how the Packers' run defense is affected by trading away one of their better run stoppers in the middle. Because let's just face it, the Lions are going to run the football. Hell or high water, that's what they're going to do. So I'm interested to see how the Packers are going to be able to stop them running between the tackles with Montgomery, or I mean, even with Gibbs running between the tackles and I mean outside the tackles. So I'm very interested to see how that pans out for Green Bay. And I just think like dealing with the lines on offense, man, they just got like from St. Brown to JMO to Laporta. to Gibbs, Montgomery. I mean, they just got a lot of weapons, and I think like the Tesla kid that they just drafted is the third wide receiver. So you got to add him in there. It's just a lot of weapons to deal with. I don't know if the Packers have the back end to deal with that. As far as the Packers go, I mean, I do like their offense. I mean, they always have a solid offensive line. Um, they have one of the better running backs in football. I mean, you could put them in the top five. The wide receiver core to me is the issue because those guys dropped a lot of passes last year collectively. And so you kind of wonder about that. And I spoke on their defense. So like I said, I like the lines in the game. I mean, give me Lions money line. Um, I mean, I like Gibbs and Montgomery for anytime touchdowns. Um, who else do I like for anytime touchdown? I don't like Jamal for anytime touchdown, but I think Jamal will get his yards. His yards are probably around 40, 50 yards. I think he's going to get that. Um, and I like and I like Laporta for like 40 yards as well. Um, for the Green Bay Packers, like I like Josh Jacobs to get in the end zone as well. I'm gonna stay away from their wide receiver because I just don't know. I do know Matthew Golden, the rookie, is going to be their one, but I don't know how Jordan Love is going to distribute the football between Jaden Reed and like Romeo Dobbs and Matthew Golden. I mean Tucker Kraft as a tight end, so I'll stay away from that. I do think Jordan Love throws a pick to one of the safeties for the Lions, so I do think that happens. The Lions got one of the best safety rooms in football, so don't think that's too far fetched.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Lions in this game. Um, yeah, I know they did lose some coaching personnel, but I think the core of the team is still there, and they hired him in house, which lets me know these are guys that are around that were around the team for the last 2 to 3 years. So I don't really have too many concerns. And Dan Campbell is a motivating coach like Sirianni, so we'll see. Has it been reported if he's play calling?
Dan Campbell's not calling the plays. They brought in a guy from the Broncos that was with the Lions a couple years back, so he's calling
Okay,
the plays.
okay, I like that a lot better for the Lions.
Yeah, I just don't remember his name. That's all.
Yeah, same. I think I saw something, but yeah, I can't remember either game. Yeah. So yeah, I like the Lions.
Certified. Go ahead. I left you for last on purpose.
Wait a minute. Which one is this?
Lions,
The
All right, Packers.
Packers.
Lions and Packers. I ain't even gonna hold you though. I'm gonna go Packers on this one because we already know how the Lions play outside. Okay, they are a completely different team when they got to play outside. Um, Out of all the teams that we've been discussing this off season, the Lions have the most questions, man, because their two best coaches are no longer with the team. Aaron Glenn did a phenomenal job keeping that defense afloat, especially when they got down to linebacker number 8 and 10. Like they was picking motherfuckers off of like Uber Eats to play linebacker for them. And then on the opposite side, we all know Ben Johnson was the brainchild to that um, to that engine, which was the offense. Now the good thing is they do have a great assortment of pieces on offense. So if you can get somebody that is, you know, at best competent, they should be effective enough. I don't think that they're going to look like they did the last two seasons, but it's just I think I mean I ain't trying to undermine the importance of an offensive coordinators or question their football IQ, but I think I could run that offense with a Madden playbook, man. Like I know I'm capping, but y'all get what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, man, they in that dome or in a dome, they look unbeatable. But on grass outside, the motherfuckers look mediocre. I don't know what Aiden Hutchinson is. You know, Detroit's trenches are different. They lost. two pieces on that offer. That center retired out of the blue, like like 10 days after the draft. I think that was on purpose. I don't know what Hutchinson is. You know, Green Bay, they still have a above average offensive line. Josh Jacobs is going to get his coins. Okay, so I like his yards. I'll put him down week one. I think Green Bay has learned their lesson of trying to run the offense through Jordan Love. Smitty, we've gone through this numerous times. So I doubt that Green Bay tries to force that hand again of running the offense through Jordan Love because he is a turnover machine when they run the offense through him. Okay, that's not an opinion. That is an actual statistical fact. So Josh Jacobs should get his coins. I like his carries. I like his yards. I like an anytime touchdown for him. Um, Let me see. Let me give me golden targets. And on the Detroit side of the ball, man, you gotta take. I would take Gibbs first half, and I'll take what's my man Montgomery second half. I have to do live bets with them. Um, but I'm gonna go Green Bay, man. I say Green Bay. What's the spread?
It's
Spread
Green Bay
is
minus
one
one
and a
and a
half.
half.
Oh yeah, they're gonna cover that for sure. They're gonna cover that without a doubt. I'll go ahead and take the money line on them. Especially if Micah play and he start putting a helmet on Jared Goff, we already know what jittery feet do, boy, when they put some heat on them. So I mean, I don't like this matchup for Detroit. I don't.
So where we at? Where we at? All right. Texans versus Rams. Rams favored by 3.5. Over under 43 and a half. This is an interesting game. This is an interesting game because I want to see what the offensive line for the Texans really look like because the one thing I do know the Rams gonna do is get at the quarterback. They're gonna bring pressures. I mean, they really gonna attack that offensive line to see if they can protect CJ Stroud. Which I mean, all in all, they struggled to do last season.
Mhm.
So I mean, I just don't know. I mean, they told me they got better. But I don't know how you get rid of the best guy on your line and then tell me you got better. Like I just don't get it.
It
But I'm gonna trust that the fan base that watch them week in and week out understands what the team is doing over me. So I'm gonna see if they got
it's
better. But
it's
I
been a lot of chirping going on too, Smitty. There's been a lot of chirping going on from both defenses. Kobe Turner has been talking cash money shit, yo. He said multiple times that he's going to get God damn it. He's going to get acquainted with CJ Stroud early and often. And what's the boy? Will Anderson has been firing back at him, but them boys they've been talking a lot of shit, yo. I think they're building some bad blood here, and I can't wait to see it.
think it's gonna be a really good game. I just don't like. I gotta. I ain't gonna lie to you. If hands get put on Matt, I gotta see how he hold up, man. I gotta see
Mm,
if that back is 100%, man. I really got to. I mean, obviously they told me he good, but all summer he was going through some things. So I just want to see how I hold up under some pressure.
hey,
I don't
listen,
know if
dog.
he gonna
Everybody
stay.
good until a 280-pound motherfucker on your neck. Okay.
And that's why I said I gotta see it. Gotta see it because he get folded up like a pretzel. I just what I mean. What he gonna do? But it's gonna be a good game. I think if
I
Matthew Stafford do hold up, I'm gonna take the Rams. The Rams. I don't know.
I know what he gonna do. He gonna be like my back, my neck, my neck and my back. That's what he
But
gonna do.
I think the Texans can win this game though. I think they got a lot of pieces over there too. Like I think defensively they can hold up. I think Jaden Higgins stepping in and playing a role today is going to benefit that offense. Nico Collins obviously anytime touchdown for me.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know about the run game though, because I don't know if I trust Chubb. I haven't
Yeah,
really seen him be effective in a good
yeah. That's
minute.
my only question mark about
So
Houston right now is the run game.
yeah, I'm gonna stay away from that at the moment. Um, give me Puka targets and receptions because we know. But I think at some point Devontae Adams might have a good game today. With a couple mismatches where he's the first read in that progression. So give me him for like 50 yards. Um, yeah, I think that's good. I think that's about
Um, I'm gonna take the Texans plus the 3.5. I think it's gonna be a nip and tuck game. I think it's gonna be close. And I do think the Texans, if their offensive line could just hold up, I think the Texans have the weapons to be able to put up points. The same thing is, I mean, it's the same game plan for both teams. It's like to me, it's whoever's offensive line holds up against the defensive line they go against is going to win the game. Because I think the Texans and the Rams both have really good defensive lines. It's just the questions. Both teams have questions on the offensive line. To me, um, I do feel like the Texans secondary is much better than the Rams. I do feel that way. So, but then again, the Rams have more weapons outside in terms of Puka and Devontae versus the Texans. The Texans got Nico, but outside of Nico, you have guys that people are high on in the draft, and you got the two Iowa State receivers that a lot of people like, but they haven't played, so you kind of got to see how that goes. Um, Problems like in the game. Give me Nico for his yards and receptions. I think he should be able to do that. Like I just don't think the Rams have the cornerbacks to kind of deal with his skill set. Um, I do like Chubb to get in the end zone. I'm not sure what he's going to give you as far as yards and stuff like that. Like I don't know how many touches that they're going to give him. So I'll just take him for the touchdown. I also think Kyron gets in the end zone. I also think Puka gets in the end zone. Um, and I'm gonna take, like Devontae's probably gonna be matched up against the second best corner, which is not Stingley. So I think he should be able to get off. So I'm gonna take Devontae for maybe 5 receptions, 60 yards, something like that.
it.
My bad.
I'm saying who want to go next?
Yeah. So I know I cut you off when you was talking, but I like Houston here. Um, the Rams out behind their defensive line. I don't like none of that shit. That secondary is suspect. That linebackers are mid as fuck. They have a really good defensive line. Um, but I feel like they have the pieces um, uh, to get the ball too quickly. Also feel like CJ is a lot more mobile than Matthew Stafford is right now. They don't have. I do understand that Houston is banking on one or both of those rookies to make an impact. They did pick up Calvin Ridley, but I mean he's just a guy. Um, I don't know if God damn it, what's his name? That wide receiver number one. I keep forgetting his name. Texans.
Nico.
Nico Collins.
Nico. Yeah. I
They
like
picked up,
Nico.
they picked up
Yeah.
Christian Kirk, not Calvin Ridley.
Christian. Oh well that shit that's even worse. So I like Nico. He's a big guy. He likes to he reminds me of a basketball player playing football. I like him. So, but I'm not sure how much pressure he's going to take off of the other guys on the other side of the field. Um, Now the running back. position. That's a little shaky. Nick Chubb, we don't know what he is. Is he still a run back or is he a fullback at this point in his career? Because that knee injury was pretty nasty. Um, but I do know that Chubb is going to give me 100%. If he suits up, he going to give me all he got. I like that. Now the Rams, they are, in my opinion, a little more explosive on the offensive side of the ball. They got the running back by committee with Kyron, and then they got the dude from Michigan. So Stafford is going to try to get the ball out of his hands extremely fast, and it's probably going to be quick, short passes because neither one of those guys on the outside are burners between Devontae or Puka. But I just feel like Houston front seven. Well, first of all, Houston has a cornerback that can affect their wide receiver number one. The Rams don't. I like Houston's linebackers. I feel like Houston's defensive line even though the Rams have a top defensive line, Houston's is way better, in my opinion. Um, my boy Danielle Hunter had a injury-free off season, so I expect him to hit the ground running. And Will Anderson, like I think we can agree, he's ascending and trending to be in the conversation as one of the top defensive ends in the league. Um, I think it's going to come down to who can put um, more pressure on the opposing quarterback. And I think that Houston is going to do that um, more often than the Rams will. And I got them winning this game close. I don't think it's going to be any type of like offensive back and forth. It could be, man, like all these questions about the offensive lines. I think it's probably going to come down to tackling, and yards after the catch or yards after contact. Like you have to wrap up because if you don't, on both sides of the ball, it could end up being six. So that could turn it into a shootout. I doubt it's going to be a shootout. I think that the defensive lines are going to dictate this game, and I'm going to put my money on Houston. So because I don't like the Rams secondary, uh, let me get. I don't forgot this. Nico, give me Nico's attempts, catches, yards. Um, I want to say Nick Chubb anytime touchdown, but that's contingent upon them being in the red zone. So that kind of scares me a little bit. I will say I'm gonna take my boy CJ Stroud's rushing yards for sure. And the thing about Stafford, he don't really mix it up. So it's either going to be Puka or it's going to be Devontae. I don't know which one it's going to be, but one of them motherfuckers are going to get about 12 to 15 targets. The other one is going to get like three.
All right. Pop went already?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I
I
don't
don't
think
think
so.
so. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think so either. Pop.
My fault. I had to do something real quick.
Okay. All right, so we'll come back.
Yeah, I think we got two more games left, right?
Yeah. The game of the week, game of the streets, where you bleed your feet, and everybody want to see Rams. Or I mean Bills,
I'm about
Ravens,
to say it got to be Bills Ravens.
Bills, Ravens,
I mean,
Bills
make sure
favored
you
by
in the
1.5.
spaces at 11:30 on Sunday night because
Brother,
Over
somebody's gonna
under.
crash out. I don't
it's
know
been
who.
a lot of chitter chatter about this game here, boy.
Yeah, there. But yeah, I mean, this one, all eyes on me.
Hmm
So obviously, You know what I mean? This is gonna be exciting. It's gonna be up there. It's gonna be very, very interesting to see how this play out. Um, I think it's gonna be a really close one, man. I think a lot of points gonna get scored, but it's gonna be really close. But I'm favoring the Ravens just because of what I think they have on the defensive side of the ball. I
Mhm.
think with the new additions, obviously with Malachi Starks and what I mean, bringing in Mike Green and really adding to bolster that defense what they already had with Marlon Humphreys and Wiggins and that I mean I just think it's going to be a little bit overwhelming for the Bills in the crucial moment at that point because well, we all know what Josh Allen do when it's sometimes crunch time. He make a couple mistakes. He make a couple mistakes here and there. But I think it's gonna be an interesting game. I think it's gonna be fun to watch. Give me. I mean, I think I'm gonna take Lamar. No, I'm gonna take Derrick Henry. Anytime touchdown. Gotta take that.
Hey,
Um,
hey, Smitty, be
well,
careful, brother. Your page ain't private. The Bills will mass report your ass. Be
oh, it's all
careful.
right. It's
Okay,
okay.
okay, okay, all right.
I don't care. Mass report me.
Because they
I'm sitting up
famous
here.
for getting people's page clapped.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you the truth though. Listen, y'all they've been you know talking like they the Super Bowl favorites or the Super Bowl winners or
Super
however.
Bowl favorites.
So I just want to see them play the game, honestly. But I think it's gonna be really interesting. I want to take Lamar for anytime touchdown too. I think that's possible for Lamar to score in this game. Um, so I ain't gonna put it past him not to be able to score. So give me Bateman for 50 receiving yards. Give me Zay Flowers for shit. I'll take it for the same. Another 50. Give me which one of their tight ends gonna be the starter, man? I don't even know no more.
You talking about the Bills or the Ravens?
Yeah, the Bills.
They think they just put Knox on IR the other day. I think. I don't think he's
So it's
playing.
Kincaid.
Yeah, it's going to be all Kincaid this year.
All
Is
righty.
Knox on short term or season?
I think it's
Uh,
just. I think he's able to return. He's just got to be out for 4
okay,
weeks.
all right.
Okay, so
I
give
think.
me Kincaid for
I
like
missed that
25
one.
yards.
Actually, hold on, because I don't see his designation on the depth chart though. I thought I seen that come across my screen yesterday.
I didn't even know he was on our.
Well, the news camera. Maybe hold on. I'm gonna keep looking, but I thought I seen the news, but maybe that's.
And let me get Shakir for
I mean, I don't
50
keep up with
yards and a
them, so you
touchdown.
probably saw what you saw.
No, I was thinking about Tyler Bass actually. That's what they put on IR was
Okay.
Tyler Bass and Dwayne Carter, but not nah. So I mean Knox is there, and
Okay,
my bad.
so I guess Knox will probably be the guy. Uh, it don't matter. I ain't messing with that. I'm gonna just leave it at shit. Whichever tight end is getting the snaps, y'all know how that goes. Uh, they'll probably get a touchdown because he liked tight ends. Um, and then let me see. Shakir, give me his receiving yards and a touchdown. And I don't know. Keon Coleman might do a little something, but I don't know about all that. So I don't know how that offense is going to be structured. I know last year he was playing pretty well, and then they kind of phased him out the offense. So I don't know if he's back in the fold as far as a part of the offense or not. So I ain't gonna really put nothing on that till I see it.
Um, it's funny because this game opened up. The Bills were favored by 1.5, and then as the game got closer, people probably started betting on the Ravens. Um, Buffalo, man, they were undefeated at home last year, man. Going up there, I get it, it's not a winter time yet, but going up there is a hard place to play. I mean by anybody. Like they don't lose a lot up there.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take the Bills money line. I just think I mean there's a lot of motivation on both sides. Obviously, like the Ravens want to attain, I mean, get back at the Bills for sending them home in the postseason or whatnot. And obviously the Bills want to win this game. They want to start their season off in the right direction because I mean whoever wins the game is going to have the tiebreak at the end of the season if it come down to that. Um, I just look at like the Bills have beefed up their defense in the I mean like in the draft. I mean like they drafted a bunch of I think they drafted 2 or 3 DTs. They drafted two corners and a couple linebackers. Um, and then offensively, I mean Josh Allen. I mean Josh to me when Josh and Lamar play, like it's like a wash, man. Like I can't, I mean both guys are really great. I mean like both guys are, you
I
know,
agree.
make their players better, especially in the regular season. So it's just, I mean, it's going to come down to me. It's going to come down to who wins in the trenches, and I mean, who running back has the best game. I think both running backs should have pretty good games. My question for the Ravens is: do you have the guys now to get after Josh Allen? Because Josh got one of the best lines in football. So, are you going to be able to rush, Josh, and I mean, make him throw under pressure? And the same goes for the Bills. I mean, like they're trying to beef up their like D line to stop, like their run, and also to get after their quarterbacks. And are they going to be able to pressure Lamar into making mistakes? I think that's what this game comes down to: is who makes the most mistakes, and I mean who wins in the trenches. I think that's. I mean, like both teams got like skilled guys, and I mean stuff like that. And I mean, like both teams have good trenches. It's just who's going to win the battle. And I got the Ravens. I mean, I've got the Bills just edging them. I think it's like a field goal kind of game. Anytime touchdowns, I like. I like Derrick Henry for an anytime touchdown. I like James Cook for an anytime touchdown. I think Lamar is going to get one too, and I think Josh is going to get one. So I think both backfields in terms of the quarterback and the running backs, I think all four of them are going to get in the end zone. I'm non-committal on the receivers and the tight ends because honestly, I just don't know. I just don't know who's going to get the ball, who's going to score. So I'm just going to stay away from that. I like Zay Flowers for about 50 yards. I like Kyer for about 50 yards as well. And I like Mark Andrews for 4 receptions, and I'm gonna go Kincaid with 4 receptions as well. Like those are the props that I like. This game might go over, but there's a possibility this could be kind of a defensive struggle as well. So I'm gonna stay away from the over and the under.
Go ahead, sir.
Damn, I was talking with my mic muted. Um, I this is my prop game right here. I think I like a lot of props on this. Josh Allen anytime touchdown. Uh, James Cook anytime touchdown. Lamar and Henry anytime touchdown. I like Lamar's rushing yards, Josh's rushing yards. I like James Cook and uh, um, Henry's rushing yards. Let me see what else. Mark Henry. He's since likely is going to be there. His target share is probably going to go up. As far as the game, I'm leaning uh, Ravens. Um, I just feel like this game, this is a game game tie game. I mean, what's that shit? What are my times? Tiebreaker. This is a tiebreaker game, week one. This is a really, really, really big game, week one, and I just feel like Lamar has more help. It if this was like in the middle of the season, I probably would sway a little more to the middle, as it being a push or possibly being the Bills, but it being week one, coming out the gate, this type of game, week one, um, I'm gonna go with the guy that has the more help. In this type of because it's you got to perform and you got to get past like first game jitters and big game jitters. It's a lot riding on this fucking game right here. Like this could be the difference between you uh, playing in a wild card round or having a bye. So or in the divisional round, this could be the difference between you playing at home or playing on the road. And it's week one. So I'm gonna go with the guy that has more help. So I got the Rams covering is 1.5. I mean, the Bills 1.5, right?
Nah, it's the Ravens 1.5.
Ravens 1.5. The Ravens gonna cover. I got the Ravens covering, and uh, the rushing yards for both quarterbacks, both running backs, anytime touchdowns for all 4 of those players. And what else? Yeah, that's about it. That's what I like.
It's Pop back. I don't know if she back yet.
Yeah.
All right.
What game
Bills
we on?
Ravens. We on the Bills and Ravens. Yeah, I can hear you.
Um, this matchup, but I think it's gonna be a good game. I think both teams address the things they're looking to address in this whole season, and it could be just
Is she breaking them for y'all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I think it'll be a really good game. I think it's gonna be a great play. I know we got but I think it's gonna be a great way to kind of kick off the majority of the state that the games we'll have seen in. I'm ready to see Lamar and Josh Allen start cooking.
Oh, okay. That was it. Hold on. What happened to JMIK? All right. So the last game of the week, Vikings versus Bears. Vikings favored by 1.5. Over under 43.5. I kind of want to see what the Bears got. I hear a lot of chitter chatter about this team over the offseason, about how much better they're gonna get with having Brian Johnson in the room and what he's gonna add to this offense. Um, and then I want to see obviously JJ McCarthy in his first start, uh, since he got hurt last year, and we kind of seen what Sam Darnold brought to this offense last year. Can JJ McCarthy get him competent quarterback play this season? I want to say I got a couple things I'm watching, so I think this game is a very interesting Monday night game to start the season. Uh, I kind of think the I'm hoping the Bears can capitalize on what they've been saying. They have been saying that they're a new and improved team. They should be able to pull off wins like this. So I want to see if they can somehow pull it off and really be able to come out here and get a early dub against a team that plays really good defense with Brian Flores, who can fluster and frustrate your quarterback early in the game. I want to see how they able to maneuver around that. So I think that's where I'm at with them as far as that game. Give me Justin Jefferson anytime. I think I don't give a damn if who back there throwing the ball. They're gonna have to throw up a prayer at some point to him. He gonna come down with that thing. I think Adam Thielen gets some good touches in this game if he plays right. I think he gonna get a few good touches in this game. Um, for Aaron Jones, give me him for anytime touchdown. His rushing and receiving combined. And for the Bears, God damn it. I don't know who I want to go with on anytime touchdown, but give me. I want to say it might be Rome. Rome that get the anytime, just on faith. I think Rome Odunze might get the anytime touchdown. So, uh, and then give me Swift for like 50 yards. Jimmy, you mute.
Oh, go ahead, man.
Damn, I didn't realize I was muted. I'm gonna go with the Bears in this game. Give me the Bears money line. I just think there's some adjustment period, man. Like I get JJ's super talented and all that, but he's never played a game in the NFL, and I just think he's going to be prone to some rookie mistakes. Like I get it, and he also doesn't have Jordan Addison either. Like Jordan Addison is not there. They had traded for like Adam Thielen because they were thin at their wide receiver position. Because I think they got another injury with like one of the other wide receivers who they just needed to add Adam Thielen onto the mix. So I just think when you put all those things together, and I don't really love like the Vikings secondary, like the Brian Flores' style of defense, he's gonna create pressure a lot. So that's just what he's gonna do. But the problem is if the Bears offensive line is actually good and they can give Caleb Williams time, I don't love what they have at corner. Like they can be gotten in that secondary. And the Bears got weapons all over the place. So I just think that's going to be the most important thing is for the Bears offensive line to keep Caleb clean. If they can give him time to throw, and he can work within the offense, I think the Bears can definitely win this game. The props that I do like, I'm gonna go Jettas for like 70 yards and a touchdown. I'm gonna go Aaron Jones for 3 receptions. JJ for 25 yards rushing. On the Bears side, I'm gonna go Swift for about 4 receptions. Gonna go DJ Moore for 50 yards. I'm trying to think. Rome, they got Rome and they got Luther Burton. I think Rome's gonna be like I think Smitty said this. I think Rome's gonna get in the end zone. And a sneaky look is Colston Loveland getting a touchdown as well. Like I actually think Colston Loveland's offense is going to be great in this offense as well. So
I agree with JMIK. I'm going with Chicago on this one. Um, Again, Minnesota is a formidable team. They have a great defense, but they don't play the same outside. Um, and it's a lot of questions around JJ McCarthy. We've never seen him play in the NFL. Now I'm not saying that it's a gap between him and Caleb Williams. Caleb has a lot of growing to do, but we at least see the potential. I know that he belongs in the league. Now I need to see if he looked like a capable starter. So I want to see him build on that and show it. The first half of the season, I need him to show that he's a legit starter, and then by the end of the season, I need him to show something that points that he's a franchise quarterback. But Chicago has drastically upgraded their coaching staff. They've added pieces on both sides of the ball, in the trenches, in the backfield, on offensive line, and as far as weapons. And I love McConnell. I think he's one of the best offensive play callers in the league. He runs that uh, West Coast slash Shanahan system very, very well. But I just feel like um, being outside Chicago, having Ben Johnson, um, the weapons that they have, and I see that they do have a starting quarterback in the National Football League. I'm gonna go Chicago with the upset. Smitty, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I don't know. I did a JMIK. That's crazy. That's insane. I was sitting here talking. I'm like, but yeah. So is Pop still there?
I think she's still doing something. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's the end of the slate, man. That's the end of the run. We have concluded at 3 hours and 13 minutes. We appreciate all y'all for tapping in with us. And we love to see that it's always over 300 people in here, man, sitting down, enjoying us on Saturday. Hopefully, man, we can keep bringing y'all good content week in, week out. Keep tapped in with us, man. Follow us on Twitter, on especially the CheckDown page. Follow the community. Man, tell a friend to tell a friend, man. We here every week, Saturday, 11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, comment, You can get better. You can't get any better NFL content, college content, than right here on the Check Down. You looking for your money? You can find it in the flats. All right, y'all. See y'all next week.